tight spaces. And what the fuck is going on with my layout here? One second.
Layout
I got
good.
to add Gary.
Oh, okay.
Gary, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right,
So
man.
big up Gary.
Hello.
Right, I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell just happened to my StreamYard layout.
But you can hear me still, right?
Yeah, I can hear you still. Well, hold on. Let me. But go on, Gary. What you think about as they can't play in tight spaces? You subscribe to this?
I just think I think it's going to take time. I think, as you said, there's a tax when you join Arsenal. I don't think anybody joins and just hits the road running. It takes a long time.
What's the name of that text though?
It's Arteta's.
Well, thank you. No, don't dance around it. Don't
I mean, you know
dance
what?
around the
I
text.
don't think it's as much as it might be a problem. I don't think it's that big of a problem. I just think it's the way that he coaches, the way that he manages his team. I mean, it doesn't work for a lot of fans, but so far it's been, it looks like it might be working for him, but we'll see. If it doesn't, I mean, like we said, if this season doesn't bear fruit, then I don't know how much more help he's going to get, But yeah, I just think it's time. I mean, we saw Eucharist kind of start to feel his way in, get his bearings right,
Mm.
and then he gets injured, right? So,
The
if we had
boy,
a full squad, it might have taken longer for him to get there, but he might have got there sooner because he would have had a little bit more rest and all of that, which I think is required under Arteta's system. He asks a lot of his players, and it
nah,
takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot out of them. That's why it takes a bit of time for them to get going. I think that's why Saka is the way he is. I think if he played for another team, he wouldn't have to play 90 minutes because they would let him go. Right?
yeah,
Arteta's got he's got the reins in.
yeah.
He puts those reins on his players, holds them back. They last forever when but he needs a squad. And I think we saw it in the Newcastle game,
Mm.
and I hate having to say that because I want to see it in another game, and then in another game, and then in another game. But we saw it in the Newcastle game how that kind of worked, right? But it needs to be repeatable, and that's the problem. So I don't know if I answered the question or if I rambled on,
Nah, you
but
good.
Hey,
Nah,
listen,
me,
listen,
you
man.
definitely answer the question, bro.
Yeah, I want you to ramble.
As
So
I
they,
so
ramble.
so
Go
what I
on.
was what I was referring to with Eze, right?
Mm.
If you look at Waneri, when Waneri comes and play the number 10, he comes and he gets the ball deep and he carries it forward,
Mm-hmm.
right? He causes the defense to move. Eze plays the number 10 and he stays between the lines. He don't come
wait a
and
minute,
receive the ball, right?
stop
So
it.
no. Wait. So what you're trying to say to me is that he is getting two different types of instructions for the same position.
Of course. But okay, so here's the thing. Ethan is raw. Ethan is 17, 18 years old, right? He is raw. You know what Ethan is about. The thing is, Eze is doing what the hell Arteta telling him to do, because if he doesn't, then he won't play.
I think
Eze, it's a Wivel, listen, it's a World Cup year. He knows that if he does not play, he does not get a call from Tuchel. Ethan doesn't have any World Cup aspiration. Ethan just go out there and play ball. Very direct, get the ball, I'm going one way.
I think we're thinking about it too much. What I believe is this. This is what I believe, right? I think Ateta have a part to play in it too, but I think as the gentleman said earlier on, I don't think he hasn't settled down yet. I don't believe how you say he joined the team, he wants to be at Arsenal, he wants to play at Arsenal, but he's still looking at himself. Do I really belong here? You understand?
No,
Because no. Let me finish because the way how Eze plays the game, the way what I saw him play the game in the last 3 years, was very confident with the ball. Very. Even if he's not getting so many touches with Arsenal, when he do receive the ball, his confidence is not that strong. You
so
see it in his game.
before you continue, let me ask you a question.
But
Who gives the player confidence?
no. I
No,
understand
no. Answer the
the coach.
question. Who
The
gives?
coach. No, let
No,
me answer.
who
Let me
gives the
answer.
who gives the player confidence?
Let me answer. The coach helps the player gets his confidence, not gives. The coach
Oh, no,
helps him.
no. But let me make a point, right? As a new player, right?
Mhm.
Ateta did not want him, right?
That
Can we all
that
agree on that?
That is what I think that's playing in his head. That
Okay, no, it's not playing in his head, right? I'm gonna give you another point to that. For
Mhm.
one, somebody don't want you out of the club. You came on the club at default, even though your love is there. You came
Mhm.
to the club on default,
Yeah.
right? Two, I'm 100% sure everything as it does is criticized. As far as Ateta telling him, "Hey, this is exactly what I want you to do. This
Not
is
not
exactly what I want you to do." If
not
he
not
derives from that, like
not
Taryn said earlier, mess up with his World Cup chances. At,
not
at, at Crystal Palace, the man was free.
not
The man
criticize.
roams the field and creates opportunity.
So Ateta don't criticize his players. He came on and said he don't criticize his players even when they make a mistake. He
You
don't.
really believe Ateta,
No, no,
bro?
no, 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 no. I can only go by the words they use. I cannot say what I believe and say that's
Okay.
what he's believing. I can use the words that he used. From what his interview said, he don't blame his players, so he don't expect his players to blame him for his mistakes that he make as a coach. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I think you're right in a way in the terms of Eze not settled on, and I think that's the problem. He don't want to make too many mistakes. And if you play the game like that, we all play the game. If you play the game thinking about I don't want to make mistakes, you don't want to get the ball. You're not going to show too much for it. You don't want to do too much on the field. So the spotlight is not on you. You understand? You just want to just float in the
No
game
comment.
easily. And that's what I think he's doing. I
That
think he
last
just
that last comment, Taryn.
Which one?
The last one.
what's that? Everyone can, what?
Well, one as they settle in this team is a different story.
Yes.
No,
When
yeah,
he
no, not that one. He said Crystal Palace coach gave Eze and Matata the opportunity,
yeah,
and Ateta is not giving Eze that confidence.
it's not
The freedom only guy has. If Eze has that freedom,
I,
it's
If
I, can't-
different.
I
I
think you
cannot
mean hold
I
on,
cannot believe the coach is
hold
going to give
hold
two
on. You
different types
mean
of
No,
instruction for
you
the
know,
same position.
I'll say
yeah he
this
will.
before.
Yeah he
I'll say
will.
this. We saw this. We saw this with
Difficult.
Xhaka. We saw this with Xhaka.
Mm,
Xhaka, and I've said it for years now. If Arteta's got confidence and trust in you, you're good.
mm.
Xhaka hurt his knee, was out supposedly for 8 months, came back 2 weeks later, started. That's
Yeah.
a coach that has confidence and trust in his player. You look at Pepe, he didn't get that treatment. You know, you look at a lot of players, they didn't get that treatment. And my understanding is that's just how it works. Some players get it, some don't. But I think
Yeah,
once he gets it, you're good. All right. And as you said, maybe he didn't want that player. But why did he make that call to Eze then? Right?
Well, no.
He
because
made that he took that call and he is a good player. You got to make it work. I mean, you saw Zubamendi come in, and I have no doubt he got the confidence and trust of the manager, and
yeah,
you haven't seen much of a misstep there, right?
It's,
Mm.
it's not it's not as a making mistakes, It's just that
Yeah.
what we are accustomed of seeing at Crystal Palace, the confidence. Is not to say I don't expect him to take the ball and do the same thing he did at Crystal Palace. What I'm not seeing is the confidence with the ball. I'm not seeing that. When he do receive it and have it, I'm not seeing the confidence in it. It's like while he's on the field, he's still trying to learn the positions of the other players
Okay,
where
wait,
they're
wait,
going to
okay,
move.
okay. Hold on 1 second. What player in Arsenal team do you see get the ball with that confidence?
Zubamendi, Saka,
No, no, no.
no,
Zubamendi has a completely different role in the team.
just I give you the players. When they
Yeah,
receive
but
the ball, they
Zubamendi is not charged to break the lines, Weevil.
no. I'm just talking about when they receive the ball, when they get the ball. The players, all to me, all the players have confidence when they receive.
Yeah, but all the players have confidence. But when Saliba gets the ball from Raya, he has a completely different set of responsibilities versus when Eze get the ball on the half turn. It's a different set of responsibilities, right? So what attacking player when they get on the ball look like they know what the hell they're doing?
I'm not that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say to you, when he received the ball at Crystal Palace, when if you can look at clips, when he received the ball, there was a confidence in the way how he receive it and
Okay, wait.
approach it.
All right.
But
I
at
don't mean to cut you
Arsenal,
off. I don't mean to cut you off, but okay. When Eze used to get the ball from on the half turn at Crystal Palace, anywhere on the pitch, did you see Oliver Glasner on the sideline doing this?
No, I'm not again. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I
So
do.
it goes back to
But
what BX Gunner
but
was saying, the instruction and the confidence. So if Arteta says, Ebe Richie, when you get on the field, you have the freedom to make mistakes. Try this, try that, right? Go out there and play your game. That's not the player you see when he gets the ball. You said he gets the ball and it doesn't look like he know what the hell to do.
from Arteta words, from his interviews, that's what he says to Eze. He said he give Eze freedom. That's I'm bit. Listen to me. That's the reason why I put no trophies on our
Hey,
on my tag. You know, that's I'm telling you, I
you know how
cannot.
you can tell when Arteta's lying?
Mm.
When his lips are moving. If his lips are moving, he is lying, bro.
You know
So
what? You know what? You know what? The only thing that matters is these two things here.
Yeah,
Just
it's
look at
kinda,
what. Just look at what you. Just look, because you know what he's. He can say whatever he wants, but his actions speak
mhm,
louder than words, as they say, right?
yeah,
That's what I go by. He says this person's injured. I'll wait to see if he doesn't start. That's
There you
that's what
go.
I'm
yeah,
gonna do, right?
that
yeah,
You
part,
know.
yes,
So
yeah.
like, and I start with that, and then everything else, I'll just wait to see what I see on the pitch, and I assume that these players are under instruction from him, and that's why they're doing the things they're doing. You got to be at a Saka level to be
Mhm.
able to run an Arteta attack and still perform, right? There's few that can do it. I think Eze can.
of
He
course.
just he's just gonna have to I don't know, bite his tongue or whatever, bide his time or whatever it is. I think he's got the talent to be able to do that and be just like Saka on the other side once Erdegaard, gets back, because I think that's where they want him. All right. I think if they had their way and we had everybody healthy,
He plays on
that's
the left.
he's our left wing. All right.
Yes,
Mm.
So he's just having, like, this is the same thing that we happen to a lot of our players. They got to play out of position first, while because we just can't maintain, we can't manage the players well enough to keep them on the pitch,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. If Erdegaard is already, he's what, I think he might be on the bench on Sunday. By the time we get back after that Chelsea game, I think he'll probably be in the starting lineup, and then we'll
one
see how things are going to play out. And then you're going to see, I believe, then you'll see a lot more from Eze. And then when Gyökeres is back in full, ready to go as well, then I'm hoping we're laughing. That's what I hope, right?
I put a note
That
right. I put a note right there. Nobody talked about the system of play.
What system of
Okay,
play?
so
Oh no, no, we
just hold on,
did.
hold on.
We did
Before
talk
you
about that.
continue, just hold on.
You
Everybody
said that's the
pause real
reason why
quick.
you not. That's why you're
Yeah,
not enjoying football. You
yeah.
don't like the
So
system of
just one
play.
second, one second, one second, one second. So
That's why
big
I
up
was
the Suge.
waiting for someone to say that. Nobody was. No, I'm like,
So hold
wait,
on,
what's
hold on,
going
hold
on?
on, hold on. Another cool. Big up to Suge, yeah. Big up to Suge with the super chat. Big up to Captain
Big
America,
up
the legendary
Soj.
channel. Hit the like and the subscribe. And Arteta does trust players. Why the hell yell instructions all game? But Wivel, if he big up to Suge, and this is what I brought a point that we talk about. Like, if you were to ask someone who watched Arsenal as religiously as you do, and I say someone who's new to football, right?
Okay.
And you're an Arsenal fan, and they say, Wivel, in 10 words or less, describe Arsenal's system. Describe
Slow,
Arteta's system in 10 words.
slow motion, side to side.
So that's not winning football, is it?
Hell no! I
Yeah.
put it there. No trophies.
Yeah.
I put it there.
So
You cannot have a number nine that's hungry. You cannot have wingers that's hungry. And we playing Sutherland and we up 2-1 and that's nothing. And we take out the attacker to put a defender. Come on. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me, wait, this system this guy is running is madness.
Arteta hasn't ran a system since that. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the first title charge, right? The 2022-2023 season, where we came out the blocks and was blitzing everyone. No one saw that coming, right? So
Nope.
if we put that onto a system, can we? I don't know. We were playing good football, get 50 points from the first 19 games. The football was brilliant, right? But then we ran
Because
out of gas at the end. The following
because
season, he kind of went defensive the following year. And
because
he got closer to the title by being defensive. The following season, he went even more defensive, and we're getting further away from the title.
well, let me tell you this. The first season, the
Mm,
reason why Arsenal was so productive, we were playing transitional football. More teams were playing more open with us, so we were able to pass through them and cut them out very easy. The
mm,
second year, He had to go that way because what they did, they realized that we were going to play that type of way. They can't give us the space, so they drop back down and play. That is where he had to come in now and let the kids express themselves. You cannot play that rigid football when you see you have a block or four in front of you. You cannot do that. It's too predictable. And that's why I say to you, we're not going to win trophies because of him. The system we have is not going to work. You all talk about the confidence. Okay, we can say that, but I don't believe the system that we play in fits Eze. It don't. The game has to be a faster pace. For Eucharist, it has to be a faster pace. Even Saka and Martinelli would benefit from a faster paced game. But we're too slow. We have to go to every line, to the midfield, to the 10, back to the midfield, to the defender. It's too predictable, so it's getting difficult to play. Sutherland knew what we was going to do. They prepared for it, and the only thing different that they did than any other team, they bullied us. Every time we get the ball, they hit us. They hit us. They hit us every time. Every time. We couldn't take it. And Ateta didn't change nothing. He didn't make no substitutions. He didn't change anything in the game. He let us play like that. And then he made it worse for us by taking off an attacker that can hold the ball to a defender. Arsenal. Arsenal going for a league championship, supposedly. Is the system we playing? Is the system we playing? That's the
Yaga,
reason why Eze is the way he is. Is the system we playing? It's not for him.
Yaga, why you think Arteta took off Eze to bring on Mosquera against Sunderland away with 2-1 up?
Defensive mindset, scared, don't know how to control the game at this point. As a team of gunner, Arsenal I know for years what's wrong with passing the ball around and having that run around the field.
Mm.
But since I'm not the players are capable of controlling the ball. Definitely capable of controlling the ball, and I'm sure they're capable of passing the ball. Is that fear? What he didn't want to happen anyway. You know,
You
so
know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Onslaught went to Stamford Bridge and it was
Ah,
1-1. It was
ah,
1-1.
yeah,
And then he has Chiesa on the bench who's won him a couple of games or got
yeah,
him some points. And he brings on Endo to try to see how to draw and end up losing the fucking game anyway.
yep,
Right? So
nah,
and
yep, yep.
that's the thing. Even Pep Guardiola at the Emirates, up 1-0, decides to go into a low block, drops 2 points. That how many different examples just this season alone where we see managers just decide to go away from their game plan and try to see games out and end up drawing or losing the game, a la dropping points. Now, like Yudi says here, right? If we win the next 5 games, we are sorted. Now, I asked the question. We did have a rough start to this season, right? Tough schedule to start. Anfield, Old Trafford, St. James Park, City at home. Tough start. We came out of that okay. I was still kind of pissed off that we dropped points at Anfield and at City at home. But
yeah.
these next 4 games that we got, Gary, we have the North London Derby, Chelsea away, Bayern sandwiched in between their Villa away. I think this next 4 games that the talking points around is this Arsenal different? Have they learned? I think over these next 4 games, we will know the answer to this question. Has this Arsenal learned? Have they changed? Do they know how to react to this type of stuff? Rough batch of games. Over these next 4 games, what are you expecting to see from this bunch?
What am I expecting?
Mm-hmm.
Really, I'm truly. It's just. I've said this, and we've seen this multiple times. This 3-game stretch, which defines our season.
This one coming up.
No, this one coming up will define our season because we've seen it in multiple seasons, right? When we played Bayern Munich with Villa in between, remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Did we win any of those games? We didn't, right?
No.
When we played going into, I think it was a couple years ago, going into that City match that we needed. If we had won games going into that, remember that, and we drew 3 games in a row.
Yep.
Another 3-game stretch towards the end of a season. This one's a little bit earlier because this one I think will send a message.
I just finished rewatch that season.
If we get through these 3 games unscathed, I mean, I partly I don't. I mean, the Bayern Munich game may not matter as much, but I think mentally and to the world, you win these 3 games, you put a marker down. You put a marker down. You put a marker down when you do that, and then people are gonna have to chase you. because they're gonna know. Look,
You serious?
this is not the same team. We got the defense to hold, right? I think in the last game, I didn't get to say this, but in the last game, I think Arteta wasn't reading the tea leaves. The
Mm.
defense, I don't think was where it needed to be in that game. When the goals that we gave up were us not having the effort and whatnot to go out there and make get it done. And I believe, like you said, taking Eze off and bringing on a defender basically didn't answer the questions. Was he going to be better defensively? No, as we saw, that ball goes in there. We kind of we were defensively, we weren't solid in that game, right? And we did when we got those two goals. It would have been nice to just get that third one, right? We watched what they did. They put in some fresh legs, right?
Yep.
Put on
All
some fresh
attackers too.
legs.
All
Fresh
attackers.
legs. They put on fresh legs
Mm-hmm.
to and we took off. I mean, I don't know.
We didn't make a change.
You
One
took out
change.
somebody that could have made that third goal. I just, I think that he thought, okay, I'm going to lean on my defense, and like some days the defense isn't the key to this game. We have attackers now. We got players that can hold on to the ball and don't lose it, right? Maybe you make things a little bit more solid in the midfield. With Eze, and maybe you bring in Wary and stuff like that, and players, I feel like you put them on the ball, they're not going to lose it, right? Just like you put Saka in the midfield, the ball isn't going to get lost, is it? I mean, he's a solid player on the ball. Nobody's taking it off of him. It doesn't matter how many you send at him. I mean, at that point in the game, we needed to control the game and not give up not give up the midfield like we did. So
Yeah.
like I said, this 3-game stretch will be telling.
So
It's a
stick a
big
pin real
test.
quick, right?
Yeah.
So you see this comment from Sheldon right here, right? Where Sheldon said the man panicked when Sunderland took the game to him. He
Yeah.
didn't know what to do. And
So-
I agree. I agree, right? But here's the thing though. This was match week 11 when he did that. Okay, bro. April 18th will be match week 33 when we go to the Etihad. Now we can find ourselves in a situation where we might have to win that fucking game now. Yeah. So if he's doing this Sunderland away, do we expect that this guy can be brave in against one of the big boys?
So let me go back to. I'm gonna answer that when I answer that about Sutherland, because Sutherland been on my mind forever.
Yeah.
You all watched the game, right? Did you all watch the game? Really watch the game?
Hell yeah, I watched it.
Did you see when he made the substitution? Did you see who talked to him when he made that substitution, before the substitution?
Who did?
Gabriel Heinze came off the bench and whispered something in Arteta's ears. 2 minutes later, they made a change and bring in Mascara.
Mm.
You understand? Our bench is defenders. Our coaching staff is defenders. That's all. Pep Guardiola, when we played against City and we brought Eze on, why you think he changed from a transitional game and brought it back down to a smaller game? That's the point I wanted to make to you. You said, Pep, when Eze came on, Pep said, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going to drop into a box. You never see Pep do that. Never.
Mhm.
But because Eze came on the field, he had to go defensive, because he cannot give him that open space to let him loose on Man City. He couldn't. So these are the things that we have to pay attention what the other coaches are doing, because they know our players too. As they've been playing in the Premier League, so they know to play against these guys. You understand? Back to your question now. Arteta is a coward. Arteta is a coward. We have seen it already. If we are a title challenging team and we're supposed to be challenging on all fronts, there is no way on game 11 you're taking out a midfielder to put a defender in. So what you think you're going to do on game 31st if we're in the same position? What do you think? Are we going to need to win the game? You're going to be like, well, let's just not draw. Let's just get a draw and hope the other team lose later on. We always doing that, hoping. We have to own our own destiny. We have to go. Let these guys go there and play. If they go there and play and lose, Arsenal fans, I believe, will accept it. But
So-
if they stay in the corner and they take punches and lose, we're gonna get mad.
So the games that we have been struggling, and in the first 10 games,
Mm-hmm.
we call super sub Martinelli, right?
Mm-hmm. Or Trossard.
Like or Trossard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was it a beautiful play that was created for them to score the goal? It was all something quick ball pass, and they there with speed. These players have speed for a long time, and that's why sometimes he don't play Trossard. I think him and Trossard go back to back a lot because Trossard came from a team where he had freedom, ability to create. Most of our stylish play comes from Trossard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it might be a little bit slow. We can call him another super sub as well because he can't start a game consistently. But you need those players to make the decision when they're on the field. And I think it was either somehow last season or so. Every time Trossard came on the field and scored, he never celebrated.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You can
Two
you
thou-
can tell me if I'm wrong.
Because he's
two thou-
pouting. He's saying,
no,
"What I got to do to get a start?" And then
no,
the
Exactly.
manager,
What do I have to
2000,
do?
2022,
mm,
Yeah, this is
2022.
like
Arsenal was
5, 6, 7 games in a row.
no.
Trossard comes on, he scores. Trossard
Two,
comes on, he saves the day
he
against
never
Chelsea.
celebrate. He never
It's
celebrate.
nameless, it's nameless, it's nameless.
So
This
let me tell.
season, Martinelli picked up that role in the first few games to keep us going. City game from Eze to him. Lit on. We thinking we got a great number 10 coming on. The number 10 jersey was kept for Eze.
mm-hmm.
And he treating that man like shit. The
No,
whole world
So,
knows the
no, that,
ability.
that Liverpool match. I don't know if you guys remember. They panned to the bench,
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
it was Eza and
yeah,
Ethan,
Barry sitting on the bench watching the game, and
yeah.
mm-hmm.
you could read their face like,
Yeah.
Look,
Now I
why are
could
we on the bench?
understand.
Why are we
I
on the
what
could
are
bench
we
under,
watching this
doing?
match?
yeah, I could understand Eze's plight if he was on the bench and Odegaard was on the pitch. Okay, that's your captain, that's your guy. He's been your creative midfielder for
Yeah.
the past. But Odegaard was right next to him. It was
You
Marino in the
know.
midfield, you
So
know, and I sit there, I'm like, yo, these are not the bold decisions that says, hey, I want to go win this Premier League title because it was a golden opportunity there.
it's
That,
not.
and that was when I looked at that Liverpool team and then be like, yo, I predicted a 1-0 for that game. I predicted we would win that game. Right. So I'm sitting there like, okay, this Liverpool team is there for the taking. And then over the next, they won the next two, but then went on a 4-game skid, and everyone was like, this Liverpool team is not that good. I'm like, well, shit.
No,
That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? So that
they
was,
were not anything from the start of the season.
yeah.
Adu is not a good coach. The only reason they won last year, Liverpool already have a stacked team.
So what you're
He
saying is
didn't. He didn't.
he turned in Jurgen Klopp's homework, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yep,
he did turn in the homework. He didn't
yep.
have to add nobody. There was nobody new. It was just. And another thing, Salah was what almost out of contract.
No
He trying to
injuries,
perform the same way. Virgil the same way.
Mm,
And the only reason they signed that contract because they won.
and they didn't have injuries. Liverpool didn't have
You
injuries
know what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
big
So
up
it's
G, man.
like we have to understand. Like I don't think Ateta is a great coach either. He have all the tools needed. And one thing, Taron, we talked about this before Breckto came or when Breckto came in.
Mm,
It's like this man gonna come and give all the tools, and Ateta gonna shit himself.
But that changed my life. You see the video? But that
You know,
changed my life. That is the
man,
truth. That is
man gonna shit himself, and he's getting everything. Arsenal is not lacking anything right
nope,
now.
all
nope.
right. So, gentlemen, I gotta ask the question. I did a stream on this not this morning, yesterday, because it's growing legs, and I seen the story. Um, I seen it on multiple sources now. I had to pay attention to it. I brushed it off when I heard, hey, Ethan is looking for a loan in January. Now I can't ignore
Easy,
the shit. I can't ignore
easy,
it. It's growing
easy,
legs, Gary.
easy,
I can't
easy.
I can't ignore it anymore. It's growing legs to the point where it's annoying me.
Where,
And
where, where, where is that coming from?
the London Insider, the Guardian,
Nonsense.
all
Nonsense.
brother.
Yeah,
Okay, so
nonsense.
so here's what happens. If he's not playing, then he had to have been given assurances that he's going to get minutes before he signed in the summer because there was links of him going away in the summer.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Ethan and those guys play playing time depend on them. Ateta keeps saying it. You know why he says it?
What do you mean?
Because we have the FA Cup and we have the EFL Cup to play for. Those are the games that this guy is supposed to go in there and play and dominate and earn their minutes to say, hey,
Nope,
I
nope,
should
nope.
start.
All that.
No, no,
You
no,
know
wait,
why?
wait. Let me finish. Let me finish.
No, but this is important.
That is Ateta's words. This is the word. I'm just using what the coach is saying now.
Mm.
Those are the games. Because Eaton starts on those games.
Yeah, but here's my point, Wivel. Here's why you can't bank on that because
Why?
in the third round where the big boys enter the FA Cup, if we draw Liverpool in the first round, in the third round, you think he's gonna play Ethan?
So now, let's get to there. Let us get to that position.
Mm.
But Eaton has to stay because if we have to win any type of trophy, anytime, if we decide we're gonna let this kid go, th- basically it's like you going to war and you shooting yourself in the foot.
I
And
agree.
say,
I
you
agree.
can
That's why I'm against any Ethan on. I'm hearing people say he needs to go on loan because he needs to play. He
where?
needs to go on
Why?
loan for him. I'm saying because
No.
here's the thing: the squad depth was meant to be the flex.
Yeah.
That's the flex. So you can't weaken your squad. It's a self-inflicted shortage. Like Yaga
No,
P, right? For example, Yaga P, if you're the goddamn motor sergeant and you send all your mechanics to the orderly room, right? And you
Not
short
working.
you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you don't have enough mechanics in the motor pool to turn wrenches. And then the XO looks at you be like, why aren't these trucks being fixed? And you're like, I don't have any mechanics. Well, the EPTO says you're fully staffed. Well, one's the sergeant major's driver, one's making coffee at battalion, one's at brigade.
Right.
You have created self-inflicted shortages. They're not gonna backfill you. Now you have to do more with less. But I'm hearing enough of it where I'm concerned. Now, if Ethan was getting minutes, then this wouldn't even be a story. So now it's incumbent upon the manager to make sure he gets minutes. Now, how do you give a player minutes?
so no, wait a
Better
while.
football.
This is
Play
what
better
this
football. Hold on,
Listen.
play better football. Kill off games early. Then when you can rotate. If he just do this, we score a goal and then go into our shell and try to defend one in leads. Ethan will never play.
listen. Again,
Go on.
that's why this is why I ask you where you get it from. Let me tell
I'm
you
still
something.
listening.
Let me
I'm
tell you
still
something.
listening. Go on.
Let me tell you something about the Premier League, right?
Mm.
You don't just win the game on the field. They play the game in the media. They try to play the game in the player's head or in the media. They try to play the game within transfer season, transfer windows. All of that is trying to win the game. Listen to Alex Ferguson. Ethan Wanieri hasn't said anything. I haven't seen Ethan said anything at all. They tried to say the same thing about Miles Lewis Kelly. The same thing, right? I haven't heard them say anything. When you hear these kids speak, they are happy at Arsenal. I listen to the interviews with them. They just have them interviewing our interview. You can go on Arsenal and you can hear them talk. They are happy at Arsenal. You don't hear no kind of a talk from them. So whatever the other media outlets saying, I don't believe it. It's just to destabilize Arsenal any way they can. Other teams will put things in the media to destabilize Arsenal. It's the Premier League. Everybody wants to win. All of a sudden, Eaton wants to leave. He just signed a new contract. That doesn't make sense.
He's not leaving. He want to go on loan to play more football. But
Come on,
here's my thing with that, right? Like Tyron said earlier, the purpose of the squad depth is to make sure we have these players. But also, you need to put in a rotation. You need to make the rotation possible. So instead of playing a static football that everybody listens to the coach, direction or finger pointing. I don't know if this dude can read finger sign or whatever the case might be, or sign language.
he had that.
Play total football and knock things off early so you can get the rotation of these kids in. Ito is a baller. I think what was it? You and Tyron and Wivet, you both know I was preaching on Ethan when Oliga went down. Was it last
No, no, no,
season?
no. I was the one. I was the
No,
one
you know,
because
no, both of you. As soon as that
Oh,
in that Brighton game,
Yeah.
when Martin came off, I was like, well, let's bring on our backup, right? Because he's our backup. Ethan's the backup, right?
yep.
He was not our backup until Martin came back. That's how he played that. I thought that was that was wrong, but
Hmm.
all right. But I think one, it's the age, and
nah,
he's not up to whatever Arteta wants, you know.
nah.
But I believe he is
I,
because I
I'm
saw
not going.
like
I'm
everybody
not
said
going to let
when
you
he came.
take that
No,
from
no, no,
me,
no. When everybody
Terry.
said, guess
No,
what?
no, no.
No,
Mute
no, no,
Tyrant.
no. Everybody said,
Tyrant,
okay,
mute.
he can't go back and support defensively
Mm.
because remember when he first came into games, right? What did he do? His first touch was what? A shot. Remember that?
Take it,
Like
turn
three
and go
games in a
forward.
row, 2 to 3 games in a row, he came in first touch shot. I loved it.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
said, but you know what? His defense is suspect. I think that the fourth game
he's
he
an
came in,
attacking midfielder.
he chased back and did what the support that Arteta wanted him. So he's got it in there, right? I think the risk averse of Arteta is why you're not seeing him. He's trying
So
to see out these games. Like you said, if we're up two goals,
So
he's gonna
Gary,
bring on Ethan.
no, wait.
I
No,
don't,
no, no, no,
the
no, no,
fact
no,
that
no,
the
no,
fact
no.
that these games are tight in Arteta's eyes, he can see he's risk be taken away from him.
go
They
on,
don't
Yep.
want to
Waver.
bring him on yet,
Go on, go on,
right?
go on.
Because I think also if you look at Maslow Skelly towards the end of the
Mm-hmm.
season, his defense looked a little bit
Shaky.
suspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think even this season we're seeing the same thing. These kids are young. If he learned anything from Pep, he probably looked at Foden and said, "You know what? I had to play them last year. I don't have to play them this year, but
Too
I can get
much.
them ready." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Foden. Remember, I just remember sitting there going, "Why isn't Foden not playing?" There was all that talk about Foden not playing for seasons, right? Until he was ready. He's 18, 19, right? We got players that can handle this, but he should get minutes. But I just think he's trying to pull he's pulling reins, but I think it's to make sure these players don't burn out like he had to with Saka, right? He's had to with Saka. Saka had to learn on the job, right? Those 2 or 3 seasons, he wouldn't have got that if we had a better squad, right? I mean,
Correct.
you look at a lot of teams when they're solid, maybe once in a while they can bring on a youngster like that, but in reality they can't, right?
We got
Right?
three. We
And
have
I
two.
just I think
So
it's
so
so that's kind of
Terry,
that's my thought on that.
But
Terry.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
If
go
listen.
on.
we if
Wait,
we
wait, wait,
have
wait,
to, I'm
wait,
not
wait,
gonna
wait.
let this slide. If we
No, no,
have
no.
to go back to
The videos.
Tuesday sessions, I will
Yes.
go back and watch all those videos.
Remember, you and Taryn was telling me Waverly too young. He too young, and I was
No,
like,
no,
stop. Wait. I
no,
was like,
no.
older guy was injured. Let
I
the kid
don't
play.
remember that. I called for him with it. You came
Pull the
on late.
video. Pull the video. Pull the videos. You
Uh,
have homework to do. You know
that's your
it. You know
homework.
it. I was always for that kid to play when older guy got injured. I was like, let him play. This was his time. Let him play. Let him play.
You said when Oliga got injured. I started
Yep.
before the injury happened.
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna take Martin's spot when he first
No, he
came
No,
in.
wasn't. But
no, it's not
When
about you
older guy
see.
got
That
injured,
was the third game of the season. That was the
yes.
third game of the season. He wasn't going to
International
play
break.
many
Yep,
minutes.
yep,
I remember this. I was doing a
yeah.
watch along. I was sitting there. All right, I get to see Ethan come on right now. Oh,
He,
what happened? What
he
happened?
never
What,
did. He never did. He put trust out. He do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's when we lost points. Remember that? I was going mad. I was like, let Eaton play. And you guys was like, he's still young. You're giving him. I'm
No,
like, no.
no, no,
Pull the
no.
video. Tyron, you got homework to do. I'm gonna text you all bloody weekend to pull them videos. I promise you. I promise you.
No,
Because
no.
me, I believe this is me. If you training with a Premier League team or a first division team and you get called up to be on that 18, they trust you to get on that field. And if Ateta not putting the kid on the field, it goes back to what you guys were saying earlier about Eze. He not trusting his players. So it's hurting the game. Maybe the reason why Eaton is doing that, his own thing, Eaton goes on the field and does what he wants. So that's the reason why he's not getting the time that he supposedly need to get. Because Eaton probably not listening too much to what Ateta saying. As the gentleman said, hey, running back on defense. So it's like, okay, let me just defend a little bit so I get a little bit more playing time. But I'm gonna do what I want when I get the ball.
So what I'm hearing is, Gary, and correct me if I get this wrong, but you're saying Arteta doesn't trust an attacking midfielder because he doesn't defend.
I'm saying that they have to, and that's
They
why I
have to.
think, yeah, they have to. I mean, everybody has to. You heard it from who?
Te-
Who's the? We heard it from the Starboy, right?
Mm,
Saka has said this multiple times,
Yep.
and I think that's the difference between him and all these other players that are compared to him. He's
mm.
got a lot of responsibility, not just with the ball at his feet in attack. He has to support the team with all the
Mm.
defensive
Defensive.
schemes that we
Yes,
have.
sir.
So, and everybody has to do that. And that's why it takes time. You look at Jokeres. He had to like. Remember when he first started? We were
Mm.
like, who's gonna press up top, right? And eventually, towards the end, you saw his press
Press it.
got a lot better, right?
Mhm.
It
Mm.
got a lot better, and then he got
Lost
injured.
weight.
And I think that's because we needed to rotate.
So he lost weight.
Eventually,
He
yeah.
lost weight. He was a,
That boy came on a 120%.
yeah.
Hey,
He lost.
Boy,
so how much defended did Mo Salah have to do last year?
Nothing.
So
Nothing. He took that. You know what? He took defense. Like, you know how they had a player and they said, "Here's your attacking responsibilities," and he didn't even. That's it. He just stopped right there.
don't come to the defensive meeting.
Right.
He took off
And
any
so who
responsibilities on the
so
defense.
who won the Golden Boot last year?
No, because they you know
And
what?
who
He
won the
didn't get
Premier League
injured,
last year?
and all he had to do was worry about putting the ball in the net.
Terran, you speaking to the choir.
You know what I'm saying?
man, you have to save that. You have to save that energy for the time when it's needed.
Yeah. And that's the thing
Somebody
though, right?
does.
You know what I noticed about us, right? You know what I noticed about Arsenal Football Club versus City, right? Let's use City and Liverpool, because they have won the last 8 Premier League titles. They're the benchmark, right? I know people like to say mind your own business, but they are our business because they have what we're trying to get.
Yep.
If you look when Man City lose the ball, they got about 4 men that chase the ball and try to get the ball back. When Arsenal lose the ball, we rush to get back in shape. We say the hell with the ball. We rush to get back in shape and then say play through us. Now, because Arteta knows that most teams can't play through us, when we do get the ball, Saka is in our half.
Yep.
Trossard is in our half. And as good as Trossard is technically, he has tech. He's not fast.
Yeah.
So you need him as high up the pitch as possible,
Yeah.
because he can't outrun anybody. That's why our attack looks so lethargic, so predictable, like Wavell said. But
Yep.
gentlemen, with all that being said, tomorrow, right? Not tomorrow, but Sunday, the North London Derby.
You know my stand on
I
that.
don't feel nervous about it. I don't
I
feel any
never
type
do.
of way about it. I'm feeling even though that I know that we're gonna win with a strong degree of confidence, I'm only going to 1-0. I don't think we're gonna blitz them and score a whole bunch of goals, right? But how do y'all see this game playing out on Sunday?
As they're going to eh,
Before we go to the derby, right?
Go
go
on.
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, sir.
Before I got on the live, did we talk about Gabriel or no?
Yeah, go
Injury.
on. What you got to say about Gabriel?
I know, Tara, you called that.
Unfortunately.
When I seen that news,
Mm.
I was so busy and I wanted to call you so bad. I was like, why did you jinx this?
You know, I didn't look at none of the games because
No, I
I
didn't
just
watch the game. It popped up on my phone because I have
no no
Arsenal alert.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know he get injured until I went on YouTube. That's to show you. Because when we lost against Sutherland, I didn't watch no more football because I knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I say Arsenal was it. And I said I was too happy the
Yeah.
first international break. I should
Yeah,
not
because
get too happy. That I blame
the
myself.
last time I watched Taran, because I was been busy for a while, he stressed that about Gabriel not going.
You
Or
can't do
if
that
he
too.
go, Gabriel not playing. Brazil is already qualified for World Cup.
That's
Mhm.
the
What's the
thing.
point of playing him? And this is so painful. Even looking at it, I toss my phone to the side. Like, I don't want to see this shit.
But
It
it's
might
club
not be real.
football. That is club football because
You know?
Ancelotti know that Arsenal gonna be a hell to play if Real Madrid if they meet Real Madrid.
But
Ancelotti, listen, this guy's is tribal, you know. Don't get it
but
twisted. There
we
is
we
tribal,
we
you know.
we can go on to the derby now. Cause
No, just quickly on the Gabriel thing. This is I understand of man wants to play for their country and all that, and it was at the Emirates. It wasn't in Brazil and all that stuff. I get the optics of it, but at the end of it, the Brazil Federation don't pay you 250 bags a week.
No,
Right? Arsenal does, right? And part of it, I blame Mikhail because um, when Gabriel came off in the Olympiacos game injured on October 1st, and then 3 days later you start him against West Ham and play him a full 90, and then he starts every other game since. Every other game since he has started. The only game that he
Brazil
came
going to
off,
start
No,
him,
no,
of
but you know what?
yeah.
You
course.
know what? This is the
Mm,
Saliba. This is the Saliba effect, right? Saliba
mm,
in warm-ups, right? A little iffy, and he lasted 5 minutes. All right, he lasted 5 minutes, and I know a lot of people are like, "Well, you know what? The medical staff said he is all right."
mm.
Arteta looked at him. He said he was all right. The players said he was all right. But for me, at some point, as a manager, you got to go. You know what? I don't think this is gonna work. Let me
Once is
just
a
make it.
question.
Let me just make this sub right. And like, if you're an international manager and you see that, you're like, well, that's how he plays his players, so I'm gonna play them the same way.
Yep,
All right. So I think so. Like
that's a good point. That's
as
a good
much
point.
as it's a, I think he was gonna get injured probably anyways
Sooner or later.
because, like you said, he probably was going to keep playing. Even if he got the rest, he probably done enough in there where you know what, if you weren't going to let him recover fully, you're probably going to pull it later in the season.
Hmm.
but
Luckily it was during this break, but which might take a couple of weeks off of him getting
Till
returned back.
January. Till
Right?
January.
Just think about it. If he got injured, say, this weekend against
Mm.
Bayern, against Chelsea, right? We might be all right, but we might suffer for it if he got injured early part of that, and then and then he's out for 4 to 8 weeks or whatever that count is, right? So
Till January.
like I said,
but
I kind of feel like that's one of it. The other part is you got mascara, and I think Hincapie. My
Yeah, he can
understanding is
beat.
hey,
they can both play,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
right?
they're both confident. I
Well,
have confidence.
yeah,
You seen the goal that boy score?
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
It can be.
Mm-mm. I
He
haven't
can
seen it.
play. He can play. He can play. He can play. I
He's
watch. I
They
watch
score.
him.
showed it,
What team?
and they showed him scoring
What
off of
country he
set
from
pieces
again?
with
You
Honduras or
go.
France.
something?
You agree. You agree.
Uruguay.
Yeah. No,
He
I watch
score.
him.
He score.
No,
He
Ecuador.
keep
No, he's from Ecuador, man.
from
Ecuador.
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 Ecuador, yeah, he's from Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay.
In
He
No, but
Cape.
I
scored
watch.
from. He scored from almost the uh on the left side of the 18-yard box towards the touchline,
Nah,
straight in the
nah,
net.
nah, nah. I watch German football. I like to watch German football. I love it. I watch German football. I love it. Love it. Love it. A lot of my friends, I still talk to them in the morning when they go into the game. So they'll be texting me, FaceTiming me while they go into the
Yeah,
game. Right?
we talking about
No, but
our
listen,
play, our
but no,
defender scoring from
I
the
watch
left
him play.
side.
I watch him play in Germany. He can play.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he can play. I have no problem with him coming and play for Gabriel. He's not going to score. He's not going to give us the attacking presence that Gabriel gives us with the set pieces on the headers. But defensively, I have no problem.
All right. So this week, so on Sunday, right, with Gabriel being hurt,
Mhm.
with Calafiori nursing a hip injury to where the Italians had to send him back. Why was he even there if he's injured? That's a whole nother conversation. But with Calafiori walking gingerly, what's our back for on Sunday?
I can give Lewis. Lewis can play because Lewis is an Arsenal boy, so you know what the game is about. So that's not a problem. The new left in center back, Saliba and
Timber. Mm.
Okay.
Timber.
No, so
Yeah,
who are you playing at left center back? You playing Mascara and Saliba, or are you playing Saliba in Capia? Who you starting? What's your back center back?
And Capia is Saliba.
Gary?
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
That's what I
I
would do.
think I think what's his name?
Mascara.
Mascara
Yeah.
have played more with Saliba.
Mm,
Um
yeah, you have a point.
as much as I like what's it the
In
Hincapie or
Capia.
whatever,
Hmm.
I will start Mascara. He have started more games. I think it was only one game. I thought I had to take him out by halftime or something like that. But I think he has started more games for me to build our confidence. Um,
but he's not left-footed.
Can't hear you, Tyron.
Now you see this lineup on the screen right here. This is what I
Oh,
think will start. I do.
What's the
yeah.
lineup?
Yeah, Saliba, Mascara, and Kepi instead of Skelly at left back.
Say
I think that's
Mascara,
it.
but
Yeah.
Mascara is not a right center, a left center back. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
He's a right.
When did we go to this right side, the center back, left center
Well,
back?
well, well. That's how Arteta plays it. Arteta like a left-footed center back that plays on the left side, and a left back that uses his left foot. He likes a
I
right back.
think
Normally,
I
go ahead.
yeah. No, I was gonna say I think Mascara played is one of his better games when he came in for Saliba
For Saliba, yeah, that's
at
for the rest.
Yeah.
Anfield. I think
At
that's one of his
Anfield.
better games, right?
Yeah, I think
So,
Mascara starts. But I
so
also think Nkapie starts at left back. I think
At
Skelly
left
will
back.
come on. I think Skelly
Yeah.
will come on, but I think Nkapie starts this game. I do because
Right. Yeah. I
he,
see. I can see that.
he does.
I can see
Okay,
that.
so you don't
Because
play Lewis. You don't start
he
Lewis.
No,
he
I don't
has
think
come
he
on.
will.
He has played as a left back on Arsenal. He has came on as a left back.
Yeah, he will.
So
Because here's the thing, right? Tottenham has the best road record in the league. They're shit at home. So on the road, the reason why they have one of the best road records is because when they're at home, their team urges them forward to play football, and they suck at it. They can't play. They don't want the ball on the when they're on the road. If you watch the Chelsea versus Tottenham game, every time they made a back pass, the crowd was moaning,
So,
pass the
so
ball forward,
I'm,
and they
I
got
almost
their
choked.
waving. You all right over there, brother?
I almost choked because what do you say? Wait, hold
wow.
up. Tottenham with Richarlison and
They have the
man,
best road record.
this
Right?
guy's not going to stop. You crazy?
But what I'm saying is the reason
It's
why they have
stats,
one of the
Raven.
best
It's
road
stats.
records is because on the road they're allowed to sit back and play deep.
I know what you mean.
So a low block, which typically causes issues, is why I believe Arteta will start the way he will. But once we do score and Tottenham decide to come play football, that's when he will bring Skelly into the fold. That's when he'll bring Skelly into
But
the
you know
game.
what? I believe Lewis is a better player in the smaller spaces.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He actually is.
I
But
believe. I believe he's way
you know
better.
what? This is the nice problem to have.
yeah,
He
This
said
is the
nice
nice problem to
problem.
have. You put Skelly in, you put Hincapie in. I mean, if Ben White was healthy, you put him
Mhm.
in. We wouldn't like.
He's
I don't.
healthy.
We don't.
He's fit.
No. I
Ben
mean,
White's fit.
like
Nah.
he's not
Nah.
taking Timber out, right? So
No.
Okay,
he's not.
gotcha.
He's
I
not,
got
and he's not going to play as a center back with the center
No,
backs we got. So
no.
his only chance he's going to get to play is if Timber's out, and Timber's not out. So
He
we
gonna
got
play
we got some
gonna play
really good
FA
quality
Cup and
and
Carling
like
Cup.
yeah, yeah. I this game like they might have the better road record, but they don't. They're not. They're playing against the second best home record team.
They're
So
playing against the best.
and the second best road team as well. So like you know what, all that you know they like one of the worst teams at home, of
Yeah.
course. But like I think we're all right. Yeah,
So,
I think
gentlemen,
we got.
that's
I
the
think
back
Yeah,
we
we
line.
got.
good.
I asked about the back line, right? So that's the back line. Because I don't have any worries about defense. It's our attack that we worry about. We know what the midfield is going to be. As there's Zuberman and Declan Rice. We know that. We know that.
Yep.
There's talks about Gyökeres might be fit, blah blah blah. But it's Saka, it's probably Trossard, and it's Marino Nazario leading the line. Yeah.
Yep.
Why you hate me?
No. But that
No,
is
no,
what Ateta
seriously.
is going to do. That
No,
is what
seriously.
Ateta is going to do.
Why you? Why? What?
Marino
No.
Nazario, that's going to lead the line because Tottenham will be pushed back in the half. It won't be an end-to-end game. They will be pushed back because I'm telling you, they don't want to play football. They're
I
really
like
bad
him,
at
man.
it.
He said, "Why you hate me?" I like him.
Yeah.
Say that again. Say that again.
This guy.
But what are the options, Gary? We don't have any. What's the front three options?
I just he is our what is he now? He's our fourth striker now,
Yeah.
right? He's our fourth center
Utility
forward,
utility
right?
player.
He's like the fourth in this squad right now. I mean, the fact that Jesus is practicing means he's fourth, right? Not third like he was last season. He's fourth right now. You know, just biding his time until he doesn't play much, right? I whatever the I think Itel's looking at what he does in Spain and thinking it's going to work here, and it's like, no, we don't have the same squad. We don't play the same. You don't want to play that way, and you know what? You're not playing against teams like that anyway, so it's not the same. So I don't know. I think we need to do. I don't. It's not. It's like when we would watch when we would watch Partey as the right back, and you're like,
Yes.
this isn't
Oh
going to
my.
work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every game
It might work
Arsenal
for
lost with
60
Partey
minutes, but
at
it's
the
not going to
right
work for
back.
90, right?
Yeah,
Eventually, it's going to come back to haunt you, and it did, right?
but we didn't win many of those games. That part
We
is totally
won
right
one,
back.
I think, or two. We
Yeah,
won
Even
two out of like eight or
even
something like that.
even
Yeah.
the same thing at Sutherland. I was yelling. He brought the young kid. At Sutherland, I would have sat the young kid. The young kid would have given him a little problem, run around a little bit, and then I would bring in Marino because then you could make some changes and change the game. I don't know what I had to be thinking. So again, Teron, why do as he said, why do you hate us like that?
it's there's Marino in front of goal. He's calm. He's clinical, right? And but that's the thing. But every striker that we have on the books, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3 are all injured. One, and all the strikers are injured. All the Gabriels are injured.
So here's my philosophy. Here's
Mhm.
my philosophy, okay? Here's my philosophy. Because I see it done. If you make that 18, that means you fit to play.
Yeah, I agree.
So why the hell is
Logically,
this not? So why is this is on the bench for?
You're talking about Harriman?
Eucharist.
Oh, Jokeres. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, you're fit, but you're not 90 minutes fit.
you're not
So then,
match
so
fit.
then, so then he should have not been
No,
on the team.
no. Because when Jesus finally gets fit, you don't want to see him play 90 minutes in his first game because then he's out for another year.
No, I'm talking about Eucharist right now. I'm not
That's
Right.
when
my
Jesus
worry.
time when Jesus time come up,
No,
it will
because it's a
come up
muscular
first.
injury. It's a muscular injury, Will. And you know that so I've never heard a manager say this about players. I've heard him say about Gyökeres, call him how he leads the press, which is a defensive work, right? That what to describe as striker, but then use attacking to describe his goalkeeper. So you have an attacking goalkeeper and a defensive striker. The
Bro,
whole team is
bro.
inverted.
That's why I say using his words. Listen to me. We can change how we play. We don't have to press the ball. We can sit and wait for Tottenham and then
No,
attack
I don't
them.
want that. I don't want that.
Why you sitting and waiting for Tottenham?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I want that.
Tottenham
No,
is
I mean,
weak.
I don't think I think you might
I
be
don't
the
want
only
that.
one that wants that.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
want
Tottenham
that.
is
You
because
know
no,
what?
weak,
no,
bro.
I don't
You know
want,
why
Are
you
you
I
don't
don't.
want
crazy?
that? You know why you
No,
don't
no, no.
want that? Is
Mm,
because we've seen enough of give the other team an opportunity to
to
attack
score.
you. You know
Let
what?
Yes.
them mess up.
They don't get it too often. When they do, it's like a a hungry animal that hadn't been fed.
They
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go at it 100%, 110%,
No, no,
and
no.
then
You're
you're
right.
like, and then we're always like going, what the world just happened? Like, think about it. That Sunderland game.
Mhm.
I mean, Ballard gets the header and then continues to attack, and Rice is caught flat-footed. Right now, they don't get the ball. That's the thing. Like, no, they don't get the ball. We keep the ball. We put pressure on them. Eventually, we break down. If it's Timber with a header on a corner, I don't care as long as the ball goes in. If
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
Hincapie with a sticks his foot out on a corner, we're laughing, right? We've
Yep.
seen all this stuff. So no, we're not giving the ball to anybody. We
No,
hold on to the ball
I'm
because
just.
no, we don't give the ball to no. They don't get the ball because
Didio
guess what they
Moreno.
can't do? They can't
No,
get
no,
an
no.
opportunity to shoot because we got the ball. Like think about it,
No, you're
we're
right.
keeping teams at bay because they don't get the ball, and when they do, we're turning them over quickly and getting it back. Right.
Mhm.
No, no, no. So
So I
you're
think
right.
that's
A
yeah.
100%. And that's why I would say I would start with Eucharist. I would start with him. I'm letting him play. If he's on the bench, I'm letting him play. I'm
Mm-mm.
letting him play. I'm letting him play. I'm letting him play. I
I
see how they
will
give this
no.
guy.
I will bring Gyökeres on. Not
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah.
I
I
rather
would
let I
I
rather
would
let
give
get
Gyökeres on against tired legs.
Yeah, I will bring Gyökeres
Yeah.
on.
I want him resting
Once that
with Van de
defense
Ven.
have been running around, been used
Yeah.
a lot. They're afraid. They used to Marino in there just moving back and forth, dropping in the midfield and going back up. Bring Gyökeres on. They would not know how to adjust.
well,
Even
whichever way,
though
huh?
even though Thomas Frank can be a bit defensive or whatever the case might be,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but if you do that, and that's one thing Ateta needs to learn in-game management. It
Yeah.
is so important. Why you on the bench as a coach is to watch and see where to make adjustment.
Hmm.
It's to watch and see what to make adjustment.
He sucks at that.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So as a coach,
He
That's the
sucks at
whole
that.
point. You're not there to tell the player what to pass
What
the
to do?
ball here, pass the ball
Hmm.
there, hold
Run
the
here.
ball, bring it back. No, look for the weakness in the team and make the adjustment. You talk
Yep.
to one player and one player only. When the ball go outside or when a
Trust
free
your
kick
captain.
happen, you call that player. Hey, come here, come here. This
Nah,
is what you need to do.
nah.
Send him back to the pitch.
On
You
the field,
remember
he
it's
telling them
like
what to do.
when
whenever there's a break and play, like
yeah,
if they had timeouts in football, Arteta would be out of timeouts in the first half because
yeah, he would be out.
every break
But
and play,
you
you notice
Well,
everybody's huddled up
we,
over him, and
So
he is.
so
no, no.
again,
Whenever we saw
hold
that
on. Give
in
me
the
one
COVID
second. Give me one
era,
second. You
we
remember
saw that in the
when
COVID era.
Mourinho was at Chelsea?
Mhm,
This dude used to write on a piece of paper who's ever he's subbing in. He
mhm,
gave them that piece of paper. This is the adjustment that need to be made,
mhm.
and
Yeah,
exactly what happened. And he changed the play.
yeah.
So it's like, as a coach, that's your job. You're on the line to watch what's going on. You're not there to tell player what to do with the ball when they get the ball.
Yeah.
If you didn't do that in practice, if you didn't watch the clips, you didn't watch the videos, you didn't watch whatever you need to watch, analyze the game or analyze the team that you're playing against, you have a problem.
Hmm.
And if you can't sit on the line and make adjustment and
Yeah.
tell one player, hey, tighten up over here, or you release it over here, but you want to sit there and act like they're in academy,
Hmm.
it's a problem, man. In-game adjustment. I've seen coaches change the formation with the same players on the field.
yeah.
Ateta cannot do that.
Hmm.
The- the-
Any concerns about uh playing right after the international break that guys could not be because
not
normally
sharp.
yeah, not sharp or out of sorts a bit.
Listen to me. Listen to me. This is a North London derby. There's nothing about not sharp. There's nothing about that. Every player that played Arsenal, that played there before, know what it is. The new players, they're supposed to be taught what it is right away. They're supposed to know what time it is. So
Apart from none of the North London derby, everybody who play on Arsenal starting team, they start on the national team. So as a baller, even though in our days when we're playing for Reno,
Mm.
after drunk weekend, you still want to start and play, and you still know what the hell is going on. So
exactly.
that whole international break thing is
No
not a thing for
excuse.
me.
No
Hey,
We
so
still
excuse.
playing
how many
ball,
how many how many red cards did we used to pick up when we used to take the field
but we
drunk though?
used to play 7 to 11.
Yeah, bro.
The bare minimum. We'll start again with 7, and then dudes
Yeah, we would
pulling
start
up
the
to the
game with
No,
field
you know,
drunk
seven
as
drunk
hell.
you
players,
know what?
bro.
Why are you bringing us back down to like? No, that's not. We're not that team anymore.
We're not that anymore. That's not
No,
gonna
no, no,
happen.
no, no, no. We're not that team anymore. So
Yeah.
don't bring us back there. We're trying to
Yeah.
move forward. You
Yeah,
keep
don't bring
running
me
us
back to
back.
headaches.
Remember those old days when we were like, no, I don't want. No, I don't want to remember those
Yeah,
days
don't
at
think about
all.
those days. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what though? You know
And
what's
fast
crazy though?
forward that season.
In the YouTube spaces, right? I don't even the Tottenham fans that I do watch and that I do talk to that do content. Not even they are predicting a Tottenham win. They're predicting a draw. Like a draw is a decent result for them. They
Yeah.
would love nothing more than to put a damper or I want to say not a nail in the coffin because it's still only match week 12 and we're still
No, they
talking
would
about
love to put a nail in the coffin.
yeah, but a draw is a great result for them.
A nail.
You know,
Tip of the nail.
yeah. Now, City go into St. James's Park the day before we play.
That right
If
there.
if City win, okay. If City drop points, does that relieve the pressure a little bit, or if City, or it shouldn't matter?
No, it should not matter. We
Exactly.
need we need the gap. We
Hmm.
already dropped 2 points.
Yep.
We
And,
already dropped 2 points.
and we've seen it already with City trailing us already. City can catch us.
Yeah, that was too
No, you,
strong for you, huh?
Yeah,
you
damn.
know, it's
Yeah,
one. It's
yeah.
one.
So
We're
so
like,
Hey,
so
did you
so
damn.
did you pour
so
that drink? Or
so
did somebody
so
else pour
really
that
and
drink?
truly,
You know, like somebody else
Yeah.
poured that for you. You didn't even know what it was.
It
Now
made
he
my
poured
eyes
that
burn.
himself. I watched him pour it.
So really and truly, right? About the game against Tottenham. Yeah, it's a North London derby, but what I want to see with the team is the same consistency what we have playing already. That's what I
Nah,
want to see.
no, not the same consistency. I need more.
No,
But
no,
the
no,
same
no.
consistency,
Minimum,
we dropped two
minimum,
points.
minimum, minimum, minimum,
No,
minimum.
no,
But we need to get
no,
3 points. Yeah,
no.
we cannot
Here
go
you go.
backwards.
No, you know what? You know why we don't. We need more because
Mhm.
that first half we can't repeat that again. All
No,
right.
no,
No,
no, no, no. I
That
mean better.
that
Yeah,
that
not
20-minute
Sutherland.
period, that 20-minute period where we were like looking good. It's gonna look like that, but it's
So
gonna look like that for like 60, 70 minutes. If it does, guess what? They're in trouble, right?
so
Mhm.
So
forget
like
about
we have
Sutherland.
to play. So we no. It's the last game we played. We have to
Ah,
respond.
yeah,
You have to respond from the
yeah.
last game, right? You
yeah,
can't whatever happened in that last game, you cannot bring it into this one. So
Right,
yeah, it's
whatever was
done.
wrong there, we're not bringing it into this one.
right.
We can't.
That's why I say
We're not
forget
losing this
Sutherland.
one because of the last one. You
Yeah,
know.
forget Sutherland. I'm not looking at Sutherland. I say, okay, forget Sutherland. What we supposed to do? Minimum from what we before Sutherland, minimum, and we're supposed to build on that. Because the North London derby, we should be able to build on that. And winning that should give us momentum into Bayern game. Bayern Munich game is the most important game for us. That's what
Really?
I yeah.
Nah, nah.
I think that's the least important game, to
That's
be
the
honest,
least important game, bro.
because we
We
can
good
afford
in the
to
Confidence.
fall.
champion. Listen,
We can
Who's the
afford to
best team right
fall
now in who's the best team right now in Europe?
off. You can
Bayern.
argue Bayern. You can argue Bayern. Yeah.
So if you beat that team mentally,
No. No.
the type of
Fuck
mental
all that.
you will feel
Nope.
stronger. That's a
Nope.
big
No,
push
no,
for
no. You
us
know why I
preseason.
disagree with that? You know why I
What?
disagree with that? Because many people last year we beat PSG in the group phase,
thank
and they
you,
went on to
thank
win
you.
the
That
damn
was my
Champions
point.
League.
That was my
You
next
know,
point.
we blitzed Real Madrid. We didn't just beat Real Madrid. We made them man look like they weren't Real Madrid in the knockouts. You know what I'm saying? So
You understand
Home
why I say
and
that?
away.
no.
Because of the way Bayern Munich is playing. The
Here's
way
I hear you, Weaver, but here's the thing. Because I said on a stream that I was on the catch up with SB and them, man, and they asked me, and I said, this is when we were keeping clean sheets. This is when the dry cleaning bill was high, right? All the sheets were clean.
I was
Yeah,
worried about that too much.
yeah, and I said if we keep a clean, if we beat Bayern and keep a clean sheet, because I'm the negative guy on the panel. Them men are, positive, positive, positive. I'm the negative guy. So when I said to them, and they couldn't believe I said it. I said if we beat Bayern and keep a clean sheet, chest. So
But
I
here's
get it
the
from that standpoint. However,
That's what I
in,
mean.
in the run of games, though, because we've punched up Atletico and because we beat Slavia Prague 3-0 away, we can actually afford to draw this game. I would trade a draw in this game to batter Chelsea and Tottenham in the league.
so
No,
so here's the thing.
I
Here
get what you
here's
say.
wait a minute, give me 1 minute. Here's the thing though. You can't call Bayern Munich the best team in Europe because what in the Champions League. The only thing they're overall with is 3 goals. 3 goals. We have not lost in the Champions League. They have not lost in the Champions League. They have got scored on in the Champions League. We have not gotten scored on in the Champions League. All they have is more goals scored than us. We have 11 goals difference between us. You
Yeah.
also have Inter
How many? How
Milan.
many? How many? How many?
We
How
have
many?
the goal difference is 11. They
So
score
that means they're
14.
very so that means they're a very attacking team.
Yeah, they score 14 goals.
There you go.
We score 11.
There you go.
They got 3 goals scored against them. We got 0.
Yeah. So let's speak on that game. Bayern
Is the
Munich.
is the
So
best attacking team against the best defensive team. That's the reason
exactly.
why.
So what you have is unstoppable force, immovable object, right? Paradox.
Yeah.
So Gary, you're the guy with the master's degree on this panel.
Send
What
it, Gary.
what happens when immovable object meets unstoppable force? Like, or you know what? Yeah, I'm probably fucked that up, but you know what I'm saying.
I
What
You
is
said
it?
what?
Yeah, that
I
the
saw X
paradox.
Men. I saw X Men, but you know what?
Yeah,
When they come at us, it's like when the Juggernaut ran into that room.
yeah. What
Remember
happened?
that? And he ran
What
into the
happened?
wall, knocked himself out.
Yeah.
That's what we are. We that wall on the inside
Okay.
Yeah.
of that room.
But
Yeah.
there's
They're
not
gonna
gonna be
they're
no
not they're not they're
Saliba.
not gonna
No
get
Saliba.
they're not gonna get through. You're gonna have Rice, Mendy, and whoever else is playing there. They're
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
gonna get through there the way they would like. It's not gonna work. That's where it starts for us. It really starts up top, but we don't have Erdogan, and I don't know where, if Eucharist
Hey,
is back, is
I
he going to
believe.
press like that?
Harry Kane always score on Arsenal.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
You
I
know what?
believe.
That curse has got it. That curse
Harry Kane
against us.
always
No,
score on
not this
Arsenal.
time. Not
I,
this
be,
time.
I
Harry
believe.
Kane gets nothing. He gets nothing. Just you know what? Not he can win all the trophies in Germany he wants. Not
Yeah.
he ain't winning in England. All right.
There's
When
no
did he
Hey,
come to
I'm with
Arsenal?
you. I'm with you with
There's
that.
no Luis Diaz in this game, by the way.
No Luis
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Diaz. No
Oh,
Elite.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
Who are they
because
missing?
he broke Hakimi's
Musiala
line.
is out as well too, right? So
Yeah.
Elise is
they're
out.
not.
No, Elise is playing.
At least no Musiala, I think, is the So
Yeah.
they're not
No,
like
I
at
think
full strength.
Musiala is back. I think he's back. I
No,
don't know if he's
he won't
Hey,
be
playing.
back for this game.
at least they
He won't,
make it. At least it makes easy.
yeah, he won't be back for this game. But yeah,
The
that game
reason
it's Wednesday, and so yeah, Harry Kane could ruin our Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying, or the day before it, because
after
he does fancy a goal against us, bro.
remember, we're gonna play Tottenham. We're gonna beat them, and then we're gonna
Mhm.
play Harry Kane. And Harry Kane come from Tottenham, so you're gonna try to ruin our Thanksgiving. But
Yeah.
the reason why I say Bayern Munich is important, right? I
Mhm.
believe it's one of the best games. That game I believe is a pivotal game for Arsenal. Is the best offensive team, not just in the Premier League, but right now Bayern. When you watch them play, they play football. So
Mhm.
I want to see Arsenal come up
Bro,
against that.
it's
Really come up
Germany,
against.
bro.
No, hold on now. I want to see Arsenal come up against that and withstand that. No shots, clean sheet, like how we've been doing. 2 goals. If we can do that, then I have faith first in the Premier League this
You know
season.
what's
I,
crazy?
I
Hold on,
wouldn't
wait,
believe. I won't believe we will capitulate in the season.
we mentioned Olise, yeah. We mentioned Olise, and his girlfriend shows up. Like I swear to God, she's like a witch, you know. It's like
That's
this stream could be 2 hours long, and she'd be quiet. You mentioned Olise, and Claire just pops up. I don't know how she does
Claire,
this, but it's
Claire.
crazy. But I didn't even think about the Olise as a thing.
He's supposed
But
to be
Fuck
at
yeah.
Arsenal.
you know, Olise,
You
yeah.
know, he was supposed to be at Arsenal. You know that, right?
Why is he not?
Because at that time we had
We didn't
No,
uh,
have break. We
We
didn't
didn't
have
have
breaker.
Bertha. Just say we didn't have Bertha. That's
no,
We
it.
didn't
I'm
have
gonna tell
breaker.
you. I'm gonna tell you who we had. We had this
No,
guy
no,
that's
no, no, no,
sabotaging.
no.
We had the guy that's sabotaging. What's the name of that club that went to the Champions League or UEFA League?
Nottingham.
Nottingham. You have this guy sabotaging them. He was sabotaging Arsenal too.
Bro, I
Oh, Edu.
question. I
Edu,
question
yes,
Edu.
Edu.
Yeah,
I
no.
question Edu even being a technical director at Arsenal.
Mm.
I question that so bad. I'm like, bro, yes, you was part of the invisible. You was not a major factor.
It's not that. I don't care about no
You
invincible.
you get you get what I'm saying? You was
I don't.
not a major factor.
I,
How?
I don't care
How
about
did
no invincible. When these guys went and by Vieira from Sporting Lisbon without we knowing anything, I was like, they gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. I was
Right.
I was hot.
No, but I think he was there when we didn't we oh man, who is that left fullback that we signed? We didn't have to sign him because he was alone, and we ended up paying for him anyways. What's his name?
Recently?
No, this is early, like right after
left back?
he was a
Let,
left back.
was it he's a short Portuguese guy?
Yeah, it's a short guy
What
from South America or Central America.
Portuguese, I think. I know who you're talking about.
You talking about Marquinhos?
No.
No, 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 not
Marquinhos was
Martinez. I know
another
who you're talking
dead
about.
deal there. This is before. This is. Oh my! I can't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about. I
But
can't picture his name.
we
He
signed
playing in
him.
Spain right now.
We signed him, and he didn't. We didn't even have to. And it's not Torreira, but it's another guy. I thought his name starts with an F.
I know who you're talking about.
I can't
Yeah, I
think of
don't
his
know.
name right
He's
now. But
He's from Portugal.
yeah, it's one of those deals where we should we buy him or not. I was like, yeah, we'll buy him.
Mhm.
Or we had
Bro,
to, if we didn't play him 10 games or something like that,
Hey, Rosie.
Malone wouldn't have
No,
went
he
through
Bro,
what
was
he
a
did. I was
central.
bro,
there.
He was a central
bro.
defender for
I want
Brazil. Then
That was
Terran to
Edu.
bring the recordings because when we went and get freaking Sterling, I was going mad. Terran was like, no, no, bro, I wanted this
no, no,
guy
no, no. You
gone.
was happy. You was happy.
So bring the videos, bro.
Terran was happy
Murray
as
was a
hell.
center back, wasn't he? He wasn't a fullback. Murray was a center back.
Yeah,
Sterling, bro.
Mari was a center back. He wasn't a
We
Yeah,
get,
fullback.
yeah.
we
It
get,
was Mari.
we got Pablo
No,
Mari,
no, not the
bro.
one I'm thinking of, but I have to look it up now. But
Listen to me.
yeah,
Listen to me.
Tavares.
Now he's from
No,
Belgium.
no,
no,
not
not
Tavares.
Tavares, not
Now he's from
Tavares.
Portugal. He's from
Yeah,
Portugal. Yeah,
let
yeah,
me
yeah.
find it. I'll find it here. Just a second here because here we go. Let's see.
Love Claire.
But no, but listen, listen what I'm saying to you. Listen what I'm
Pick
saying to
up
you.
Claire.
I never, bro. When we got freaking that player, I was like, yo, we don't need this man no more, bro. We don't need this man no
What
It was
more.
was that?
Cedric.
Like
It was Cedric.
2021?
Suarez.
Cedric,
Oh, he
where
was
is
a
he
right
from?
back, man. He was
Where
a
is he
left back.
from?
He was a
Okay,
right
sorry.
back from
I had
Newcastle.
fullback. I should have said fullback.
Yeah, fullback.
From
Yeah,
Cedric,
yeah.
Newcastle.
remember Cedric? We did. I don't think we had to pay.
Nope.
We played him and then we had to pay
And we
for
got
him.
it from Southampton.
And then
Was
Yep.
like
Southampton?
yeah,
Southampton.
Yep.
We got it
that
from
was
Southampton.
not a good deal.
Yeah.
And we
That was
end
the
up
same
having
time
That was
Marie
terrible
came in
deal.
as well. It was just they were
we
just
had
not
Pablo
consistent.
Mari. You remember that, right? You remember those days? Yeah. And
Nah,
when they
but
get it,
nah. Hold
bro,
up. Because
bro,
Mari came before Gabriel. I'm not gonna lie. At that time, we have um we had a German defender.
Mustafi.
bro, don't even mention
Why?
that
You know
name
what?
again.
Why we going back to the dark days? We
You
not.
brought it
No,
up.
those are the
You
dark
No,
days.
we talking about we
you
talking about we talking about we talking about our sporting director. He was a fraud. He was a fraud. He was a fraud at
no.
Arsenal. Look
I
at
You
hate that
brought it
guy.
Berta.
up.
And
You
look at
brought
this. Look at
that
this.
days
Look
up.
at this, Look at this. If Berta didn't force his way to get Eze and not Mascara. What's the other guy? Capria. Right
Mhm.
No,
now we
no,
right now we
no,
depending on these two players.
no. Let's be honest, right? As the conversation came up, we approached Ezit, right? I think Berto and Ateta was going at it. That situation died. Even Ezit said it in his interview. Tottenham reach out. The news were out that Ezit is going to talk to him. Man was not interested in it.
Yeah.
Man said he had to give a last call, like, yo, Tottenham
You know,
is calling.
that's like in the movies where you get that phone call. It's like, "Come get me." Remember that?
Yeah.
Berta
Get me.
push
Tottenham is
Berta
calling. He
Berta
said,
push
yo,
that Berta
are
push
you
that, bro.
sure there is no possible way for me to come here? Because Tottenham is calling. I don't want to go, but at the same time, I don't want to stay at Palace.
You know what's crazy though? You know that speaking of Pablo Mari, and Sheldon brought him. You know the last time Chelsea beat us is when this son bitch started at center back. This was the last time they beat us in
And we
2018,
want you just like
2021.
come
I'm
on.
not
You
worried
know what?
about Chelsea. I'm not
Stop.
worried about Chelsea.
No,
I'm not,
I'm just putting the Pablo Mari thing in perspective.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not worried
Mustafi,
about
brother.
Chelsea.
I hate the last memory that I have of Mustafi is him and Saeed Kolasinac running through the streets of Germany. The Germans from Schalke 04 was chasing them because they got shot. Because I lived in Germany from 2020 to 2023, bro. Brother, that man was being chased with knives through the streets of Schalke in Germany because they got that team relegated. That's how shit, and that's who we were depending on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Brother,
Yeah.
he
Yep.
was mad,
Yep.
Oh, you know what?
bro.
All I remember from those two is
Schalke 05, my partner
one
is
of them's
fan.
always sliding. His defense was get down on the ground and slide.
Mustafi.
And I'm like, no.
Mustafi.
Nah, bro. Mustafi's defense was holding his hand up, looking for someone to blame when the ball was in the net.
If you don't slide,
The ball is in the net. He's looking for someone to blame. He's looking at Castanelli or Bellerin or Nacho Monreal.
God,
He's looking for
okay.
someone
Let's
to blame.
nah, we don't want to go back to this guy. Oh
I
my
hate that
God,
man.
this gave me a headache, boy. When I see
I
them
hate that
guys,
motherfucker, man.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
possibly the stupidest, and this is some of the crimes that Uncle Wenger got to answer for that he committed at his football club. Signing shit
Well,
players.
well, 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 well. He said in a late interview, he said he did made a lot of mistakes at Arsenal. He never said what, but he did
You
made a
don't
lot of
say.
mistakes.
Yeah, he done turned into
He's,
Captain Obvious,
did
huh?
he in translation the last 5 years or something like
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. He
Yeah.
didn't say when. He just said he did make a lot of mistakes at Arsenal.
Yeah, you
So
mean like signing
take
one
that however
outfield
you
player?
want to.
Yeah, bro. But gentlemen, seriously though, Tottenham check, and we're expecting a win there.
Yeah,
I'm
two, two,
cool. I'm
three
cool
zero.
with a draw. I'm cool with a draw against Bayern, even though I would expect us to,
Two
to
zero Bayern.
beat them at the Emirates. Nah, we ain't losing.
Two
Ain't
zero
no,
Except for
Bayern.
2-0 buying.
nah, bro.
How are
That
they
Bayern
going to get
defense.
through our defense? I'm sorry. How are they going to get through how are they going to get through our midfield
Big up
and
to
then
my
get
boy.
through our defense and then get through Raya?
That-
How are
so
they going to
so
get through all three of those levels?
Big up
this,
Wapo Don.
Go to sleep, bro.
so this is the only thing. This is the only thing, huh? Bayern plays very well. They have a good. They have a very good midfield.
Bro, I
Very
don't
good.
care.
So
That's
it's a real
different, bro.
challenge. No, the thing it's a
Hey,
challenge for Arsenal, and if Arsenal can come through that challenge unscathed, then it gives me real optimism in the terms of that. Yo, you know what? These guys can probably do something in the Premier League because Bayern is very tough. They're a tough team. They're a tough team. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Liverpool and City, they're tough, but we know them. But Arsenal going to play against a different team. So I want to see them play against that team and see how they can recover and they can adjust in the game. That will allow me to know how they're going to play in the rest of the Premier League season. I promise you that. It'll tell you a lot. That game will tell you a lot about Arsenal. It will tell you. Because it's a team that's not going to back down from Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. I
You
like that,
understand?
but that actually plays well for us because then it's not a
We
low
we
block.
say that, we say that,
I
we
don't know.
say that. But if Arsenal lose that game and it's a toe-to-toe games, what do you think teams in the Premier League going to try to do? They're going to try to emulate that style.
No team in the Premier League can emulate what the hell Bayern does.
That's
Done.
what a lot of the teams do.
What,
They watch and
what
see
team?
how a team
What team in
right
the
now.
Premier League? What team in the Premier League has a striker like Harry Kane?
No, I'm not saying they're gonna play similar the same way, but they're gonna
They can
emulate. They're
emulate.
gonna take some things out of the game. Right now, every team that's gonna play Arsenal is gonna try to play physical against us.
All right, so gentlemen, I don't normally do this, because I know Rosie is one of the nicest ladies on YouTube. But
Oh.
if we take a second and we just pause for 1 second, because Rosie, I put that on the screen and I shouldn't even have to do it, but you get one of these.
Boy, you're not easy, you know.
You get 2 slaps.
You're not easy, you know.
Rosie,
Like, what are we doing? Like, listen, the last time we gave Spurs anything at the Emirates is when Jorginho had a brain fart and passed the ball straight to James Madison.
Boy, I'm Tottenham haven't beat Arsenal in there for how many years now?
Yeah, they're not beating us at the Emirates, Rosie. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
Nah, I'm sorry. They're not
Rosie,
beating us.
what fan she is? What fan she is?
I don't know. I know she makes
Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Them lot. The Rangers that just fired Russell Martin.
Yeah. And
That
yeah,
Rangers.
they just fired a coach.
Scotland,
I didn't even know who it was.
Yeah.
Well, he was shit. He was the coach that relegated Southampton.
She's having a rough season. Yeah.
Yeah, he relegated Southampton and got the Rangers job. That's
How?
the state of Rangers right now.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you mean how? How you mean how?
Yeah. But I'm saying he shouldn't have been there in the first place, Rosie.
That's what I mean. How? How you get relegated as a coach and then you get Ranger? Ranger is a top team over there.
He is just a further indictment that all the English managers are shit. Like right now, bro, like Eddie Howe is the only saving grace, and he's about to be sacked.
Who? Eddie Howe what? Bro, do you not understand how embarrassing it is for England? For England to have a joke. Why do you think Thomas Tuchel be laughing on the sideline? Do you believe because he's winning?
So let me ask you gentlemen this, right?
You're
Do you
supposed
think
to know this, man. Germany conquered England. If England win the World Cup with a
seriously, though.
German coach, it's chaos.
So if England gets Germany in the final, where do you think Thomas Tuchel's allegiance will lie?
How you mean? To make England win. He wants England to win.
No. Here's the thing, though, right? He probably will want to prove a point that they fire him as a coach.
Listen to me.
He definitely He definitely
But
gonna
he
prove a
does know,
point.
right, that if he uses England to beat Germany, he can never go back.
What are y'all guys talking
Hey,
about? If
that
Thomas
means
Tuchel,
England's gonna have to beat Spain and
France.
France to get to the final. Is that based on what you just said?
But
Because
listen, 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 listen.
I don't see that
If
happening.
if there's a final with England versus Germany, Germany wins.
so
Germany wins.
Wivel, if I'm coaching, say I get because of my supreme military service and my Purple Heart, they promote me to manage the U.S. men's national team, right? And in the Gold Cup final, we draw Jamaica,
Mhm.
and I'm the coach of the U.S. men's national team. Who do you think I'm letting win in that game?
But Jamaica
Jamaica.
winning. Jamaica, no,
No,
no.
no, no.
Jamaica win.
Jamaica.
No, no. Listen, 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 listen. Understand what I'm saying? Jamaica winning because if you win, you are a Jamaican coach that coaching the U.S. national team. If
No,
Jamaica win, Jamaica win.
I'm throwing the
Jamaica
game.
win anyway.
I'm throwing the game.
Man said he throwing again.
I'm starting 11 left backs. I'm starting. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm starting 11 outfield players. I'm not even
Brother,
starting the goalie.
brother, you saying that out of joke, but because you're a football player and you're
Yo,
competitive, you're going to want to compete.
man
Brother,
said Jamaica is winning. The man
that's
is
Yes.
true.
telling you Jamaica is winning.
That's where my allegiance is, brother.
What do
So
you
I don't know how
mean?
Thomas Tuchel feel about certain
No,
things.
but
You know,
Jamaica going to win. If you win as a coach, you're going to represent. You're going to be like the first coach from Jamaica to win a World Cup. You're going to get that. You don't want that now. If
No,
Thomas Tuchel wins,
no, it's
listen to
not.
this now. If Thomas Tuchel wins, Thomas Tuchel going to be a German manager, coach England to their second World Cup. Do
England's
you know?
not letting him go. They
Do
give
you
him
know the
any money
history?
he want.
Do you know the history of Germany and England?
mhm.
Come on,
Yo,
man.
Yeah, the English used to sing 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. They used to
Ex-
sing that shit
okay.
loud, and they used to cause a problem.
Right.
But yeah,
No, you're
hey,
gonna have
Rosie,
a German coach coaching. Come on, man. You crazy?
you can't be saying Tottenham gonna beat us, Rosie. That's a slappable offense,
Yeah,
virtual slap.
that's a sackable offense.
We
Do,
just don't. We can't. But
do you know I don't even worry about Tottenham? Shitham. Sorry, why
uh,
say Shitham? I don't.
now you can curse. You can curse here.
Yeah, Shitham. I don't worry about Shitham,
Shit him got a Europa League trophy.
Mm,
bro. Even the clock is right twice a day, bro. So
hmm
I don't even worry about that. Do you believe Rich Allison can give up? Come, hey, we worrying about Bayern right now.
hmm So hey, I leave this question to the panel still.
Send it.
Sheldon said, "How y'all talk proudly of Arsenal but don't rate the manager?"
What you mean,
Because
probably of Arsenal?
we as a unit wanted this manager gone long time ago. And
Facts.
because of the manager, we're not just going to downgrade the quality of players that we have.
So Sheldon is Arteta out, by the way. He's not a fan of Arteta, by the
Okay,
way. Like,
thank you.
just
Shut up,
just
I'm with you. I tell that
yeah.
out all day.
No, no,
Well,
But
you know
listen.
what?
within
I don't know if this. Everybody says this is not. You can't be this, but I'm Arsenal in.
Mhm.
Yes.
all
That's
right,
all.
there you
And
go.
that's all I want. Like
There you go.
if they said Arteta's got to go to make Arsenal better, then I'm happy for it. They think they can keep him and make it better. I'm all
Yeah.
for it. But I'm
So
Arsenal first. I don't. I I got to be in Arsenal. I don't care about one player, one
there
coach,
you go.
one
There you
manager.
go.
It don't matter because it's a conglomerate. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So
So
so so so
here's just my 2 cents real quick. Uh if I if I have to ask anyone of you, have you ever had a manager at your job that wasn't really the greatest, but you were as your subordinate, you were still able to get your job done?
Yeah.
So you can win in spite of toxic leadership or a bad leader. You can still overcome, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
I think the squad is good enough to win in spite of Arteta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm with you
I
on
give
that one.
It's a difficult task, but it's possible.
yeah.
It's not a difficult task. If the leadership is toxic
hmm
and military wise, as Chimba
hmm
knew it, toxic
hmm
leadership don't determine you as a soldier.
Yes.
No, no.
It's just gonna put you in a bind to deal with it. Your job is still gonna be done,
But
Yeah.
but but
regardless of
that's
what it say. But
but
as we
that's
all play football, when you're on that
Mhm.
pitch, you're on the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But back but
You
back
can
to
deal
back
with the manager after the game,
mhm.
but but
depending on the result.
but back to
You
what he
know,
was saying. I'm as he said, I'm Arsenal first.
Yeah.
100% Arsenal first. And I always say this. Before I get rid of the manager, the players, I want to get rid of the board. And we are getting rid of them slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. So if we get the right people at the top, they will get rid of the coach once the coach is not winning. Because you cannot spend that type of money with a different type of people at the top and don't
Mhm.
produce a trophy. They will let you go because they will look for somebody that's going to get the job done with the players that they have. You understand? And what Berta did, he cemented himself in Arsenal because right now, the players that he fought for in the last part of the transfer window is this two players right now that Arsenal going to depend on to win tomorrow and on Wednesday.
All right.
Remember
So,
that.
take
so
that comment away. I don't
yeah,
want to see.
listen. So I saw this episode on Dan Potts' show. I saw it, and I think it was Northside. I think they kind of backed Northside in the corner and kind of got him to speak out of term. So I have to go rewatch that to see because brother, listen, Suge, if he wins the double or the treble, then yeah, I can hear it. But nah, hell nah. For
Who
just
Arteta?
yeah, just for the CL, fuck all that. Di Matteo won Chelsea their first Champions League. They ain't get him no more. Matter of fact, they fired him shortly thereafter. Yeah, so we're not doing that. But gentlemen, December, okay, January is close. I was on the Bruce Banana with Shane Gooner, the legendary Shane Gooner, and there was some disagreement on whether or not um, uh, should Arteta be backed in January. I'll come to you first, Gary. What say you? Should Arteta be backed in January?
Yes. Yes.
So you want to give him more money?
Yes. Because based on the fact that Berta is going to be the one bringing in the player, right? It don't matter if Arteta's here or not. If they decide that they're going to go away,
so you
'Cause
trust
they
Berta
wouldn't
to
have brought in. They wouldn't have brought in as a if they like on the. They're like, we can't make this still work if Arteta's not here or if Arteta's here. I think they're bringing in quality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Bert is going to do. I mean, he just went what he's got a new head of recruiting coming in.
Yep.
They're not doing that not to bring in players, right? And Bert has already been here long enough. Like, if they have an opportunity to bring in a player, I think they do have like 100 mil or something like that they can play with.
Yes.
I think yes. Like, do they not just watch PSG pretty much run the table after they had their little January transfer business, right? We had to play against those players that just came in January, and they did a good job,
They beat us.
right? If that's
Win.
tempo, if that's Semenyo coming in, right? I don't know about Rodrigo, but if that's Semenyo were, for example, to come in, and now you're playing him in January in a Champions League game with Eza on the pitch as well.
Mm-hmm.
A
If
different
that's
game.
how it works,
Different
or
team.
just or what or Erdegaard is back healthy and back to where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we need. I want to have the odds in our favor, like
Yes.
like the Hunger
Finally.
Games. I want the odds in our favor. I want more than we need.
Yes. So
Right?
Wait,
so
you agree?
so I 100% agree with him. I would spend the money. I would spend the money. I would go get another striker and another midfielder. That's what I would go get. I would go get another midfielder. Yep, that's what I would go get.
Yeah.
Another striker and another midfielder. I tell you that when I'm in the midfielder, a winger, attacking wing in winger. That's what I would go get.
So
Attackers, more attackers. So he have more choices, more bullets. It's better to go to the war with more bullets than going to war with less bullets and running out and say, "Oh shit, I ran out." I did pinball for the first time, and I didn't get killed, but I ran out of bullets, and then everybody else had bullets. You understand?
So,
so
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 so,
spend the money.
to answer that, right?
mm-hmm.
The rumors about Semenyo. I seen this video earlier that guarantee, not guarantee, but if you look at Ateta like family man or somebody in a stable relationship. And you know who got married the last weekend? Or who got engaged the last weekend?
Who?
Semenyo,
Semenyo.
better
Yep.
got a prenup, stupid motherfucker. I hope we got a prenup. I hope he
Hey,
I hope he
hey,
put everything in his mama name.
that's a criteria for Ateta.
Yep.
A family man.
A
Yeah, he likes
family
good
man.
guys. He
No,
likes
no,
good guys.
well, that's an
Yeah,
Arsenal. That's always been an Arsenal principle.
Nah,
that's
he
probably our
like
problem,
good
man.
guys.
That's our
And
problem,
guess
though. We got too
who
many
got
nice guys,
engaged this
man.
weekend? Semenyo.
We need
So
it. We need some assholes in the squad. We need somebody that would run a red light.
We
You
need
know
a
what I'm saying? We
party.
need some,
What we need? We need a party. That's what you're trying to say.
no, not a party. Hell, I
not a
said
Okay
run a
then.
red
party.
light.
Okay then.
How we
It's
go from
okay.
running a red Ravel? How we go from running a red light to a booty warrior? Like
No,
I'm saying, run a red
no.
light,
What
bro.
I'm saying.
You,
What I'm saying.
you
What
got
I'm
too
saying.
far, man.
What I'm saying. That part I'm okay with. We can pick and
Yeah.
choose the players that we want to bring out of our club because they represent an Arsenal. Again, as I said to you, you see this? It's bigger than any player. So when they leave and go, they have to leave it the same way they came and meet it,
Yeah.
Nah,
So,
but no,
so
I mean
speaking of,
definitely.
or
I
so the
better.
question the
question.
fact.
So hold on
Go ahead.
one second, gentlemen. And big up to AJ. My God, big up to you, man. The question was, should Arteta be back in January? You all agree. All right. So
Yes.
Wait
I
a
don't
second.
want
Wait a
a
second. Sorry,
mid-season
sorry.
shit.
Arsenal should be back.
Arsenal should be back.
Should be
Yeah.
back
So
in
Yeah,
January.
okay.
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 yeah.
So what do we need? What do we need?
Attackers. Attackers.
I want another. I want a left. I want a true. I want a left wing.
With
Yes.
yeah. So
I want a
so
left because all those other
Manu
players can move around, right? All of them
Rodrigo.
can play
Manu
anywhere.
So,
Manu Wake.
so these two names on the screen is what's been making a lot of noise in the spaces.
What are the names?
Nusa from RB Leipzig and Yildiz from Juventus.
I would take Yildiz. I've been looking at him for a while.
Gary,
And
on your channel last week, we talked about that damn Serie A tax.
I want Rodrigo.
Serie A tax, Yaga. Like I don't trust that Italian league, man. I seen
but
No.
he wasn't in Italy before though.
he's 20.
Yeah, he's young.
20.
Young.
Yeah.
I want Rodrigo.
He's 20
Rodrigo is a
and his market value is 75 million euros. So now I seen Manchester United throw away that Scott McTominay shit. I see him going to Napoli and look like he's a world class. But that Italian league, but I don't trust it.
Nah,
You see Lukaku fresh
I
out the
don't.
prem,
But
and
he
he's
was
over there
performing
banging.
before he went to Italy though.
I will take defenders from Italy. I will
20
not
years
take
old,
any
man.
attackers from Italy. I will take
I don't know if
defenders
I
from
trust
Italy.
that Yildiz. And I damn sure don't trust that German league, especially this club that Nusa plays for, the RB Leipzig. All the
Nope.
shit that come out of there with
Nope.
Werner and
Nah,
Kunku.
Nope.
German league is a developmental league for players.
So,
Sancho left. He went there and came back to shit.
so, so, so I was listening. I was listening to Arsene Wenger a couple weeks ago, right? And I like listening to old coaches and how they build teams. And he opened my brain to something I never thought of. You're building a team, right?
Mhm.
So what country produces the best defenders? What
It's
contributes the best? What contributes the best attackers? What
France.
produces the best midfielders? What produces the best center midfielders that are box to box? All of those things that you look at in recruiting a player,
their key.
right?
Yeah.
Right? I was like, wow, I never looked at that. So when you
How you
ask that
never look at
question,
that waiver? You play football. You live
no, no,
in
no, no,
Germany
no. I was
before.
just looking at the individual player. That was it. I wasn't really looking at where they come from. So when Terran brought that up, I was like, I'm not buying any attacker from Italy. I buy defenders from Italy.
Yeah.
If I would buy
That
any,
known for years.
yeah, if I'm buying an attacking type of player, attacking creative player, you get it from France or Spain.
Spain is
Wing
meant for midfielders.
wing wise, yeah, midfield wise. I think we need a midfielder that can carry the ball in the small spaces. The
Mhm.
way how we getting played, we don't have midfielders that can take the ball in small spaces and beat. I like Rodrigo because he can play in the width and then he can play in small spaces. He can turn the corner quick and get a shot off quick in small spaces, even if there's
So
a block four. We don't
so
have players that can do that.
one thing I would tell you, you talk about
Mhm.
Rodrigo, Brazil is not like Brazil before. I love
Mhm.
Brazil. Apart from my country in Africa,
Mm.
Brazil used to be my team, but Brazil is not Samba no more.
What do you mean?
Or it's not you. If I say Samba,
Jaga Bonito
Brazil,
football, man. If you
yeah,
No,
go
no,
get
no, no, no.
Brazil is not
I'm not worried.
Samba no more,
I'm
bro.
not worried about. I'm not worried about that part. Rodrigo gives you end product. Rodrigo is not a player that do the dancing and all that too much.
Listen,
He's a younger Jesus.
Sorry, you need a chaser.
Nah, no chaser. We're Arsenal. We don't chase. We win the league. We go from
We
wire
win
to
the
wire. We
league,
can't chase.
and Rodrigo have pedigree of Champions League and league titles. So you
I
need if you're gonna,
tell,
I would bring that in the summer.
I will argue this with anybody, right? The Premier League is the hardest league in the world.
Yeah.
It's correct. You're correct.
Any day, up to this day, I can tell anybody whatever praise you give Messi, you can give it to him. But me as a person, Messi never played in the Premier League for me. He never got touched. He
Mhm.
never played a Sutherland. He never played a Brantley that can attack or target that central player. I would never give Messi that props. No
You know,
disrespect to the word,
yeah.
but
And
I'm telling you, me personally, Premier League is a different league.
yeah.
Premier League
Yeah,
will show you out.
And
yeah.
60 and for 65 mil, do it.
For
Yeah,
Do
Semenyo,
but
it.
no.
That's
Back to
all it
your
is.
question,
Semenyo's
Terran.
release clause is 65 mil. They want to hold on to him until the summer when it's 50. Pay the 65.
yeah, I love this comment right here from AJ because I actually looked into this when we were first linked to him. Like, yeah, his numbers at looks similar to Sadio Mane's at Southampton before he made that jump. I think I like Semenyo, man, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't Nusa RB Leipzig is a club that I would stay far from, especially for big money.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want it.
no, yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't want it.
and,
I
and
look at them
Yildiz,
already. Mm-mm. No,
yeah, I don't trust it, man.
I just
and
I just think
What you gonna think of this shout?
we shout
Ivan Tony back from Saudi.
Ivan Tony.
I'll
We already
I'll take I'll take him,
we already have big strikers.
bro.
Big, big as
You,
in
you
what?
don't
Like
have you don't have a
Big
back
in
you don't
Scott.
have a backup striker.
Yeah,
Listen,
when
we do
Havertz
not
get fit, when Havertz gets
you have
fit,
center forwards. You don't have
you do
strikers.
not have a
These guys are
striker,
playing in the
bro.
middle of the
We
front
do
line.
not we only have
Yeah.
Victor. That's it.
yeah,
yeah, but
We
Ivan
do
Tony,
not have a backup striker.
yeah, but Ivan Tony is not a player that he won't.
The only
He's not going to
no,
run.
he won't
Ivan
fit.
Tony,
But guess what? No,
he
no.
won't run. He's not going to
No,
run
no,
in the.
no, no.
He's not
No.
going to run into the channels like like
The only
Gyökeres
thing he
do.
doesn't fit is Arteta's profile.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that's the thing. So it don't make no sense to buy a player that's not going to fit in the way you're playing. It
Arteta
makes
is
no
gonna be
sense.
gone soon.
Yeah, but
Arteta is
yeah,
gonna
but
be gone soon.
yeah.
We are listen with it. We are building a squad.
Yeah, but not
Arteta
Ivan
is
Tony.
going to
Not
be
Ivan Tony. Not Ivan
Terran
Tony.
talk.
He's
We
too
talk
old.
about this during the summer before
He's
the
too
start of the
old.
season. Terra calmed himself down. He's like, you know what, Berta is coming. This man is a top scout. He's a top recruiter for players. He's gonna give Arteta everything he needs. Arteta is gonna shit his bed.
I want
And
him to
we
go
we are
get Julian
seeing we are
Alvarez.
seeing this happening now.
Wiggle. How old is Ivan Tony?
Ivan Tony is about what, 32?
Like
20,
29. He's 29.
29?
Yeah,
29? Too
he's that
old, too
old.
old, too old.
Gyökeres is
You know
27.
what? It doesn't
What are you
matter.
talking about?
We're not
If we
gonna
have
have
to go,
money for
listen, if we
Tony
have to go get
anyway.
a striker, let's
We're
go
getting
get Julian
Semenyo and that's it.
Alvarez. Let's go
You know
get
what?
Julian Alvarez.
That's summer if we're gonna do that. He's
You
not
not
gonna
you
go for
not
less
you
than
not
80,
paying money
right?
for
So
Alvarez to leave Atlantico right
yeah,
now, bro.
He
yeah.
wants to leave. He wants to leave.
Not in January. You're not. Nobody's getting him in January.
He
No.
wants to leave. He wants to leave
Really?
Atletico.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think he's leaving. But
I
you
haven't
know what?
seen that.
We're getting Semenyo and moving on. All right.
Stamenio, yeah.
You're getting
I would,
Semenyo and moving on. If we get anybody,
yeah, I
I'll
would
take
take him in the
Samino,
Premier
and
League.
I was surprised that we didn't get Samino in the summer because I
No,
called it. We need to get this kid.
I know Gary loves this right here because Gary wanted Ollie Watkins 2 Januaries ago.
you know
Yeah.
what? If we
Yes,
had
I
him,
will have
no. If
taken
we had
Watkins.
him in that
Yeah.
January, I think we'd be better off for it.
You think we would have won the league?
yes,
We needed that.
we
Needed
needed
that player.
attacking.
Come on, we
We need
needed
a
that play. You
Watkins.
saw we played. Come on,
I can't
we
argue
needed.
with you. I
We
can't.
had to. Saka was injured. Saka was injured.
Watkins is a younger version of goddamn, what's his goddamn name, man?
Darren don't
Aubameyang,
know. Darren said he.
Lacazette.
Lacazette. A healthier
Yeah,
Lacazette or slimmer Lacazette. Watkins already built into the Premier League. He
yeah,
destroyed teams.
yeah.
No, we've. I mean, we've now passed Watkins
Yeah,
level, right?
yeah. Semenyo,
So I
Semenyo.
think
Yeah,
so. Yeah, no, I no. For me, I just think it's if we're
It's
gonna get
gone.
somebody, it should be Semenyo. I don't know who else. Like I know
and
Rodrigo sounds like an answer, but I think you bring. I mean, somehow they could figure out how to have Saka, Semenyo, Eza on the pitch.
but no,
No,
as they will
think
have to play as a 10.
no, I don't know how they would do it.
As they will
But if
have to
they
play as a 10.
no, I know, but like if there was a way to like and it would work, you know, I
The thing is this: you don't need to have them on the field all together. You
I
know,
would be
the
I would
most
love
the
that.
most important
Shannon, Shannon,
the most
Shannon.
important thing is the most important thing is that you could take out Eze, you could take out Saka, and you could put somebody else that can be effective in a different way, but just as effective.
Mm.
That's the most
Nah,
important thing, and that's when you're
listen.
dangerous. That's
Saka
what Par-
already has
that's
a
what
backup.
that's what PSG had last season, you know. And that is what I see that Arsenal trying to copy because PSG, they could bring another player in, even if he didn't play the same way as the player they're pulling out, he still could give you productivity. And that's what I see Arsenal doing. So Semenyo, I think, is a good buy because that's somebody that can even come off the bench, even start. And that's what you want. You want players that could start, that coming off the bench, that giving you competition in your team. That's the only way you're going to win trophies is when you have competition because I want to play. I want to start. So I have to play better than him. I cannot get injured. So I have to sleep longer. I have to take care of myself better. All that is competition. Arsenal lost that. Arsenal used to have that, but they lost that. Now we're trying to get it back with Arteta doing that, which is a good thing. So that's the reason why I'm like, we have to be careful because yeah, we want him to go, right? But do the club really want him to go because he changed the culture?
Change the culture.
Yeah, he changed the culture of the club.
To what?
Oh,
He changed it. He changed the culture of the club.
To
what?
what?
Oh,
Wait,
Arteta
what?
changed the culture. He changed the culture of Arsenal Football Club. He changed it.
What, motherfucker? I asked you the question 3 times. You changed the culture to what? From what?
How
To
you
not
mean?
winning? To not winning?
No, 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 not to the point of winning. I'm not talking about on the football field to winning. I'm talking on the way how we recruiting players now.
it's
Because
I
it
not
thought.
was
him.
I thought it was Bertha though. I thought
It's
Bertha
yeah,
not
was.
him.
but listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. He wanted Eze. He called Eze.
Who
So
called
not
Eze?
so Ateta called Eze, not
No,
Berta.
he
No,
didn't.
he didn't.
Ateta did not
No, he
want
didn't.
Eze. Stop that.
No,
Let's
listen to
stop
what
that
I'm saying.
right
Eze,
now.
Eze said it himself. Ateta
No,
called him.
no, no. He
I,
has to say that, man. Thank
how you mean?
you,
How you mean he have to say that? Why were you gonna say? Why you gonna say he gonna lie? Come on, man. He's
bro.
interviewing.
Look
He
at the
Ateta
just had
screen,
lied
a
Raven.
about that.
Look
If
at
you
the
read it,
screen.
if
Look
no,
you
at the
no,
let,
no.
screen.
Eze said it. He just had an interview today with Eldris. With
Raven,
oh
look
my
at
Eldris.
the
God,
screen.
bro.
Look at the
Listen,
screen. I know you
Waven.
high as shit, Raven. I know you higher than some giraffe pussy. But
No
look at the
dress.
screen right now.
No,
Look at the
listen,
That's
screen.
listen.
like his third blood. That's
No,
like
no,
his
no, no, no,
third
no, no,
split.
no, no. Listen to what I'm saying to
No,
you. No, I want you
Waven.
to listen.
No,
No, no, no.
Waven. No,
Listen.
no, no,
Listen.
no, no,
Ateta,
no.
listen to what I'm saying to you. Ateta, I'm not going to tell you Ateta didn't want it Eze or didn't want Eze. What I'm trying to say to you is Ateta made the call. Ateta made
No,
the
he
call
did
to
not
me.
make the call. Eze made the
Listen.
last call.
No, I'm not talking about the last call. The first call, Ateta called Eze. Listen to me what I'm trying to say to you. Ateta maybe made many calls to other players that the board of Arsenal didn't get or the director didn't get. Now Berta did something unusual and did something and get players that everybody know that we needed. So what I'm saying to you is, right? That is something the club has changed. We see that, and Ateta is at the helm. So we have to give him we have to give him the respect and say, okay, the club. We've never seen Arsenal make those types of
Waven,
transfers in any window.
Waven, let me stop you. I'm going to stop you every single time you say
Come
that.
on, man. Come on.
No, you can roll up another spliff.
No, but come on.
Waven, Waven, no. As they came in the conversation earlier in the season, there was a lot of deal, and guess what? It went cold. I'm gonna
Correct.
remind you,
Correct.
Tottenham, got in contact with Eze. Eze was this
Correct.
close. No, Eze was this close to going to sign.
Correct.
You can pull it up. Go back on YouTube and put it up. Eze
Correct.
made that last call. Like, hey, I'm going to Tottenham, White Hart Lane, or whatever that shit stadium is called. Are you sure there is no opportunity for me to come to Arsenal? And that was right after Carl Harvard went down. Anybody on this chat, anybody on this panel and in the chat can confirm that.
I hear
Do
exactly what
not
you say.
listen. No, give me a minute. Do not listen to any interview or any conversation after the player come to the club. Have you seen a player come to a club and be like, "Oh, all my life I really wanted to play for this team"?
Scripted.
Come on,
It's all
man.
scripted. Yeah, it's all
Come
scripted.
on. Don't do that.
So
Ateta
listen to
never wanna. If he wanna, do you know when we signed Zubermendi?
no listen before you
We
go all that way.
signed
Listen,
Zubermendi before the end of last season.
listen to what I'm trying to say to you is this. Arsenal is known for a club that we go for a player. Example, Suarez. Yeah, we make the bid, but we make a shitty bid because we didn't really want him. You understand? That is what Arsenal was. We were doing these little tricks in the transfer window. For the first time, you see Arsenal going to transfer window and do this job. Now, listen to me. I'm not behind the scenes. I don't know anything. All I can listen to is what the club say. You understand? Berta push for Eze to come in at the later end of the transfer window
No, early end of the transfer season.
for the later part of the transfer window. Berta wanted Eze and the guy from Germany because we even got him on loan. We didn't even get him fully. We took him on loan, and that was and Berta pushed for those two transfers. That's what that in the ending of the window. Every everybody know we needed those players. Everybody know we needed extra players, and finally it happened. We're not
The
complaining and say,
players that we
"Yo,
know
hold up, hold up,
Arsenal
hold up,
won,
hold up,
we
hold
never
up, hold
have
up,
gotten.
hold up. Finally, we're in a season where we are not saying, boy, we short. You know what? We need this. We need this.
And
We need up.
who's the
Stop,
top
stop,
person
stop,
that we in
stop,
the
stop,
season
stop,
that we
stop,
have
stop,
everybody
stop,
we need?
stop, 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 stop. So finally now we in a position now we say, hey, we could spend money in January to add on to what we have to make us stronger. Not to say, hey, we needed to compensate because we don't have. We never been in that situation. So
Who
the
fault
club
is
has
that?
changed. Stop a minute now. The club has changed. Ateta is at the
Based on
helm.
who?
Stop a minute. Ateta is at the helm. So we have to give him that respect because if he wins, we're gonna say Ateta win the trophy with the team. If he
No,
loses, we're gonna say
no.
if he
I would
loses,
not say
if
that.
he lose, stop. If he loses, we're gonna say he caused the team to lose. So we have to give him his flowers when he give the flowers, and the club has changed. We've seen it. It has changed.
I'm not giving Ateta the flowers. You know
Yeah, me
why?
neither. I don't buy this narrative
I'm
that
not.
he
Yeah,
changed the
sorry.
culture of the club. Why? Because everyone sing North London forever and hold hands and shit. Nah, bro.
No, no,
No.
Until
no,
we
not just
Wait
that. I'm
it.
talking about look at
Wait
the
it.
transfer window.
Wait it. How many transfer window Ateta had before Bergto came in?
I understand, but the people that's there with him now wasn't there before.
No,
So
man,
there,
we ain't
so
talking about people. It's one person.
do
It's
you not
one
understand?
person change.
Do you not understand? Ateta cannot go and say, "Hey, I want Messi," and the club is going to agree to it. There's a board. Everybody have to agree to why they want him. Do you
No,
understand that?
no. Listen, when Ateta came into the club, he came in with demand. The contract with Ateta, he wanted full access as to who he want, who he doesn't want. He has a full authority.
No, he came in as a head coach,
Bro,
bro.
come on, man.
Bro, he came in as a head. Stop it. He came in as a head coach. He came in as
No.
a he came in as a head coach. We had a sporting director, which was Diamond Eye. Take it,
Question.
bro.
I got you. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Stop. I'm
Go
talking to
ahead.
you about stuff. That is what I follow on the club because that is what makes Arsenal. Arsenal is the boardroom is changing. You understand me? It's changing. He's
Since
at the
when?
helm. So the right now the one of the what's his name? He just left to went to Tottenham. You understand,
could he?
bro? Listen to what I'm trying to say to you. Arsenal is changing, right? Ateta is at the helm, so you have to give him that respect and say, okay, go ahead and do your thing. No, if it don't work and they fire him, right? Or they keep him, we're gonna say, hey, it's the same Arsenal. So that's what I'm waiting to see. It's changing. I'm waiting to see if when we don't win this season, no trophies, Are they still going to keep him? If they keep him, then it's the same old Arsenal. They're trying to trick us because we saw something different that we never saw before. We never saw Arsenal bought all this type of players ever,
Who,
ever. So
bro?
that's a fact.
I'm gonna ask
I
you
had to look it
again.
up, but I had to look it up. But Guendouzi it isn't at Arsenal, and I don't think that was because of Edu. I think that's because of Arteta,
I
Yes,
agree.
yes, yes.
right? I mean, and that's the culture you're talking about. Like players
Mama,
like him,
Mama
he
Yang,
wanted he like
Alba.
Guendouzi wasn't going to fit in the Arteta system,
He was a
and that's why
troublemaker.
Guendouzi had to go,
Yeah.
right?
And look at the other France. You
And
know, they've
so
not the same no more.
so there was that type of culture, but as you said, we need like I just look at it like if you look at the way Arteta played, he's not going to bring in players that we like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
look at the way that he played, and then look at the players that some of the players that we're talking about. Like you're talking about somebody that goes in there and knocks somebody down, kind of thing. We see it. We've seen it with our center backs, right? I mean,
Mhm.
Harlan tries to run through there, and they're like, "Nah, not today, sir. You gonna you remember that in that game last time we played him
Hey,
we
put that
played there,
last comment back.
and
Put that last
Holland tried
comment
to
back.
run through and he ran into a brick wall. You talking about that movable object? Remember that movable object you talking
Yep.
about? That object hit the ground and was like, where's the penalty? Where's the yellow? Remember that?
Yep. Look at
Nah,
the
nah,
ref.
nah, nah, nah. So we got some of that. It's controlled, and it's controlled under Arteta. So Arteta has changed things around for the better, you know.
Mm.
But he needs to like if he supposedly comes from the Pep tree, Rodri wouldn't work. He would have never brought Rodri to Arsenal,
No.
right?
Correct.
Because that kind of the way that his mentality on the pitch, it wouldn't work. But you're like he's the best center, he's the best midfielder in the world. No, I can't make it work. Nah,
But
Mm.
and
but
that's
when
because he don't know how to work with that type of player. And those are the type of players that we need, right? We need
Yeah.
those type of players in on the pitch as well, in the midfield and up top, right? But and this is an Arteta thing. He has to learn, but he's not.
it's not that, you know. It's not that. When he was at Guardiola school, he didn't complete the course because Pep didn't
Mhm.
play with Haaland with him. Pep didn't play with Rodri didn't get better until he left. You understand? So he didn't see the changes that Pep made. So he didn't
Mm.
learn that. So he's still trying to play that old rigid way that Pep used to play with Barcelona and when he first came into the Premier League, when Ateta went over that rigid way. That remember Aguero used to be fighting about? Aguero
Mhm.
didn't like it. That's why we still playing. The only his system of football is crap. I know
Yeah.
that, right?
And how
But
many times Aguero came on and saved Man City?
yes, no, you 100%, you
Okay.
100%, 100%. But what I'm saying to you, the culture of the club, how they buying players now is a little bit different because you just said it right there. Certain players Ateta won't buy,
Mm.
and that is the reason I think he just called Eze just because Arsenal want to inquire
He
about
did not
Eze.
call Eze.
Hey, 1 second, 1 second. Quick admin note. Hey, quick admin note. My mom and my dad is in the chat, so big up. Well, go ahead and continue.
Big
Big
up,
up
mom and
seniors,
dad.
big up
Hello.
Big up.
seniors, big up seniors. No,
Go ahead
what
and
I'm saying,
continue.
what I'm saying, right? As a is, it's good to be in the transfer window and say I'm interested in this player and that player. It sounds good for the fans. It gives the
Yeah.
fans hype. You understand? The Arsenal know how to do that. So that's what I believe Eze was at the beginning. Berta took it serious and went and get him. You understand? Just like what you said early on. Certain players,
You know you change your tone,
stop a
right?
while, Ateta won't buy certain players. I don't think Eze is a player Ateta would have bought.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the
Yeah.
club went. I think the club went and buy him
Not the
over his
club.
head.
Bright sit don't disrespect Brighter. Don't say the club. Brighter.
Berta, well, yeah, well,
Yeah.
but Berta,
Brighter.
yeah, okay, we'll say Berta. But what I'm trying to say to you, that the club is changing, and that is what I wanted to see. Now, what I want to see is if we don't win a trophy, what the reaction of the club is going to be.
Ateta out.
Well, we want that. We want them to win. I want to win a trophy. I want to win it with all my heart. I want a trophy. I want the Champions League. I don't even want the Premier League. I want the Champions League. because we already have 14. We already have 14 Premier Leagues. If we get a Champions League, we will be the best team in the Premier League
My
because we're
internet,
gonna
Waver,
because we
Waver,
will have
my
one
internet just
trophy
went
that
out.
no
What did
team
you just say?
have, the gold trophy.
Waver, my
Yeah.
internet just went in and out. I didn't catch what you said just
No, I said I want the Champions League. That's what I
now.
want, the Champions
Mm-hmm.
League. Because if we win the
Said something
Champions
else.
League,
You
we
said
will be
something
the
else tonight.
we
You
will
said something else along the lines of
yeah,
that.
we will be the best team in the Premier League because we will have the gold trophy that nobody don't have. And we have a European title, we have Premier League, FA Cup, and all the others. We need a Champions League. That's what we need. A
No,
Champions League. That's what I want.
no, I thought you said something else. So my bad. My bad if I misheard you.
No. But what I'm saying to you is the club is changing and what I'm seeing is a good thing. But now let us see what's going to happen. I'm hoping that we can win a trophy, but in my heart of hearts, I don't believe we can because I believe you have to have a killer instinct in you. And I think Ateta is coward. And as a coach, if you have that trait of that, it seeps into your players so they get on a show of themselves easily.
Mhm.
You understand? So it tells by the substitute you make. The players read the game too, so it tells by the hey, what you take? It tells by you don't trust me anymore. It tells by the substitutions you make. So I hope the players can overcome that and fight to it and win a
Yeah,
championship.
I feel
But
you, Taran.
but
Waver, what split you got tonight?
but bro,
Four, four,
no. I'm an Arsenal. You remember now? I love Arsenal. I want us to win something.
four
You know,
split, four
but
split.
but I
Hey
don't think
man,
we
say
can
he
win
Waver,
hot
that
like
title.
Snoop.
just
He
pause
hot
for a
like
second.
Snoop Dogg on
Hey,
amateur.
1 second. 1 second. Listen, hey, time. Stick up it. Stick up it.
Finally the herbs come around. I sweep with me and look for me get it by the phone, yeah. Come, Mr. Tallin, Mr.
What's going
Tallin,
on?
Summer ganja planter.
What's up, Taran?
Excuse me while I lock my spirit.
He said 1 second. What 1 second about?
Nah, I had to play my ganja tunes, man, because Waver done. I asked you what
No.
split
I
you on,
done.
But we
I
but
ain't
done. I
hear it.
done.
You gotta
I
play it
done. I
again. We
done.
ain't hear it.
That was my spiel about the club being changed, and to me it's a good thing. What I seen is a good step.
So
I
what I'm
hope.
trying with it,
Waver so
what I'm
high he
trying to
missed the
tell
whole
you, right?
question. He, he's
What
so
I'm
high.
trying to tell you, the club
Mhm.
change and the club shift is not from Ateta. Okay, Ateta Flowers is taking over for Una, right? He brought that Arsenal culture back.
Wait a
But
minute,
like you
Waver.
said,
Waver, do like this. Do like this, Waver. Okay. I thought you.
like we said earlier,
No, I thought you were rolling up another one.
like you said earlier, Ars- that's
That, that,
five.
that, oh, that's the reason why I can still play at 50 and no injuries. No
That's
injuries.
five. But
Because you can't feel
let me get
anything.
back to it.
You
Here
got
you
Like I
go.
injuries, you
said,
just can't feel anything. It's a big
Here you
difference.
go.
too much.
Ice bat.
Yeah, he
Wait,
can
man,
do
you need
that,
a
right?
week off so you can feel high again.
Yeah, he can do that. And I don't smoke, right? But this is my kneecap.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you different. You different.
I got
You
four
different.
screws in my kneecap.
Yeah, you different. You get them injuries because you have to maintain flexibility, bro, when you get older.
Because I don't
Yeah.
smoke.
So Arsenal change. Ateta is below Arsenal at this point, right?
Hmm.
Ateta was at that hype after he took over owner. His first transfer window was shit. He won what was it, FA Cup with owner players. Aubameyang, Lacazette, and all
Mm-hmm.
of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, it has been nothing. We went and bought people like Tavares. We bought people like the one from Portugal
Yeah.
that I
Oh
thought was
God.
going to be
Got
something.
Oh God. Oh.
Dompe, you got,
Nobody. The
Vieira.
only person Ateta bought that is still there is Odegaard after he came on loan,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
then we needed that because
He was the only creative.
Smith Road never grew up to that level that we expected,
Yep.
right? And I'm okay with that. As much as I love him, I'm okay with that. But at certain level, Arsenal outgrow Arteta expectation.
Mhm. So, gentlemen, so AJ asked the question: was winning the FA Cup a bad thing? Because if he loses that, he goes into bottle top four against Spurs the following season. The FA
Nah,
Cup is what kept him into a job, right? So it seems as though that he stumbled into the FA Cup and most of the fans got kind of pulled in and got kind of hoodwinked.
no.
Like,
He-
oh,
I mean,
because if you notice, right, if you notice the narrative around Arteta now, the FA Cup is never mentioned. You would have think Homeboy started managing us in 2022, 2023, and just immediately start challenging for titles. The only time they throw the FA Cup in there is when they have to validate his existence, be like, oh, he won something. They
there
don't
you
even
go.
count those other 2
it's
years.
like
Because
it's
they
like
don't
it's
consider it
like
his.
Slot. It's like Slot taking over from club, winning with club players.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind
the
of
same
different though,
thing.
because it's kind of different because the following season, we didn't break the transfer record twice that Slop is doing right now. Because I think Slop is tinkering with the team too much. Which is what I ask most
Who?
Liverpool fans. Like, do you think he's tinkering with the damn team too much? But I think if Arteta didn't win the FA Cup and then he goes on to eighth place finishes and then fifth and bottle stop for the Spurs, he would have been out here. He would have been gone.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I don't think
No.
so. I don't think those guys at that time. Those guys, they don't think like that. The club didn't think like that.
Think like what? Eighth, and fifth. That's
Yeah,
nothing to write home about.
Yes.
because it was easier for Unai because they're leaking out stories about the players making fun of him and those things because of we talk because it's easier to do that to Unai, but because Arteta played at Arsenal and you have lineage in Arsenal, they would have keep him longer. That was the mentality of those guys that's left.
The other part to that as well for me is when I remember watching this and I was like, and we finished, like you said, we finished eighth, and I was like, and we finished fifth. I'm like, you know what? We might get better
Mhm.
squad wise, better football, all of that, but it won't matter because we're playing in a deficit.
Yeah.
And we got better at the football, but because we were so like we didn't have enough players, we didn't have enough depth, right? We didn't have a lot of answers. We needed a lot of answers. So we got better, but we just didn't have enough. So we stayed stagnant for a bit. We replenished and get to, I always say get your starting 11 first and then build from there. And we
Easy.
did that. We always got player like, well, where is he going to play? Well, he's going to play behind. No, I don't want anybody playing behind anybody. Not back then. Back then, get me starters because
Yeah,
we
you go.
let's start with a solid 11 and then build from there.
Do we
Right?
have that now?
We got
Okay.
11 now. We got 15, 16, 17 players right now. We got a large number of players that can start for us right now.
But the story was
Right?
we didn't have money because of
Yeah.
the stadium.
Yeah.
That was
No,
Arsene Wenger days, bro.
yeah.
Even after that, they were still using it, bro.
Nah.
I'm telling you, yo, this is what
I
I
just
follow about the club. This is
I
what I
just think
follow.
I just think Ona wasn't trusted enough.
Unai didn't want Pepe. He wanted
Zaha.
Zaha.
Zaha,
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
right? He
He wanted
wanted
Fabinho.
Buendia.
He wanted Fabinho, and they gave him Torreira.
Yeah.
You understand? So imagine so think about it. These are the people that was choosing the players. How
Yeah.
comes it's not
They
happening
didn't. They
anymore?
didn't want Emery. They didn't want Emery because if you remember, if I recall, they went to Arteta and he said, I'm not ready yet."
Yeah, that's what he did. He
No,
Right.
no,
did.
So
his
I think,
demands. He's not his demands that he wanted.
yeah,
They were not going for it, which
yeah.
is full authority over the transfer.
Mm.
No, they didn't give it to him when he first came there.
I
He was
That's
just
what
a
I'm saying.
You know
coach.
what
That's why they
confuses me
didn't give
about
it
that
to
though?
him.
Just you know what confuses me about that? Because Una Emery had one crack at that Europa League, and got us to a final.
Yep.
Yeah.
With that team, Arteta had three cracks at the Europa League and got nowhere near a final.
Nowhere,
You know, so, so
nothing.
now when I look back at it, I'll be like, maybe if we had backed Unai to the hills and back and let him
With
kick
those players right now, we win it, bro. We
no, but,
winning.
but you're
at least one
saying,
of the cups.
but you saw what happened with Aston Villa when they backed him, right? It looked good for a second, right?
Mhm.
It looked good for a second, and how they finished that season, right?
Yeah,
They
but
went in
Gary,
January and they put a lot of players in, and it didn't look right after a bit, right?
before he went to Villa, he came to the Emirates with Villarreal and dunked on us in the Europa
And
League.
that's Arteta being naive, right? And still they're being a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
fresh. And
yeah. But
like I always go back to this. outside of Pep, because that's the only example that anybody can present to me, what player in their first 5 to 6 years is doing the things that we're expecting Arteta to do?
What coach or player?
Well, coach,
What coach? Sorry, what coach? What manager? There's not any out there because you got to have a good squad. He didn't. If you're going to bring in a young manager for his first job, you have to get him the best players available,
Yes.
right?
Or is he
That's
gonna
how,
fail? He's gonna fail.
and that's what happened. So I know it's some people say it's a cop out, but I'm look at any manager in their first 5 to 6 years and tell me where they were doing their work. They were doing
yeah.
that work a lot of times in lower leagues, in the second division, working their way up, and then getting to that point where, like, at this point where Arteta is now, this is where he's got to shine, right? He's already, I think they went about it wrong.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
want
went about it
Arteta.
wrong. Yeah.
I didn't want Arteta.
My only thing is Gary. My only thing is
Mourinho. With the
Arteta.
Mourinho.
My only thing with Arteta, thing with his first 5-6 years, if you're gonna give him that cop out, so to speak, don't pay him 15.6 million.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm with you on all of that.
If you're gonna treat him like a young manager, pay him as such.
Pay him as such because he ain't win nothing to get that type of money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're gonna pay him like one of the big boys, then you have to deliver.
But you see, let me tell you what he did. You see what he did, and that's the clever thing. What I see in football, he came with a style of football, right? That changed Arsenal. We did change, right? We were playing better. We did start playing better under him. So the club was like, let's keep him. We don't want another club to get him, and then he blew up over there. You understand? That's why we still have him.
I'd love for another club to get him right now. Still,
So who would you replace him with? Who would you replace him with? If you were to change him today?
Just to answer the critics, if you look at the names they're putting out there that have done the things that Pepper done, you got Hansi Flick, you got Jose. It's not a norm. It's not a norm, and we're talking about some of the better managers out there in the world. But the time between Pep and Hansi Flick is a large number of years. I think we're asking him to do things he shouldn't be able to do, and it's not because he can't; it's because he's just not ready to do it.
Ready, yeah.
I think, and Premier League isn't what it was, and he doesn't have those players. You look at those teams that we're talking about, right? Hansi Flick were Bayern Munich. I mean, that's like being at Manchester United back in the days when they were running things, right? But that took a time to build.
So what do you think about the idea that because we've asked the question, who would you get? How about you? Okay, you hire and you fire till you find the right guy.
No.
Or girl.
Who you would replace him with?
Okay, Rivel. Okay, since you want to do this shit, let's take a walk with me. You ready to walk with me real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you think is a better manager, Tommy Tuchel or Vincent Kompany?
Tuchel.
No, I'm asking Rivel. I want him to answer.
Oh.
I have to say Tuchel because he won more.
Okay, all right, and then so Bayern Munich fired him, and I hired a Vincent Kompany who relegated Burnley because Tuchel failed to win the Bundesliga and Leverkusen did an invincible on their head. How did that work out for Bayern Munich?
They won the next season. Finally. But Bayern Munich have the players in that league to do that in the Premier League.
No. So what they did was they fired the coach. Nothing changed. It was the same fucking players.
Yeah, no. I got you. But what I'm saying, who would you replace him with?
That's what I'm saying.
Whole bunch of managers
that's not for you to answer. That's not for me to answer. There's people at the club who make millions of dollars to do that damn job.
If you had that job.
Just 1 second. If Bertha is doing his duties correctly, he has a manager lined up. But what if Arteta don't wake up tomorrow? I'm saying, what if Arteta get hit by a bus tomorrow? Is the club just going to fold?
No.
Right. So Bertha, if he's doing his due diligence, has to have plan B, plan C. Right. So I'm saying if a club like you relegate you relegate Burnley in the Premier League and get the biggest job in Germany of Pep's endorsement. Can anyone tell me who's the Manchester City assistant manager now?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So Colo Torre is putting out cones to Pep. So should Maresca get fired at Chelsea? You think Chelsea is going to hire him?
Colo Torre?
There's a high
Yeah. You
possibility.
think Chelsea's going to hire Colatore and give him 5 years off a FA
It's
Cup?
it's possible.
No, Chelsea fires me next year if he don't win.
Chelsea
If he
ain't
don't
doing
win.
that shit. We seen Chelsea fire their own legend in Fat Frank and hire
Yes.
Tommy Tuchel, who we just talked about, and win the Champions League the very same year.
Yep.
Yeah. And then people were raving about these players, about Benjamin Mendy, like they were some world-class players. He ended up in Saudi next season.
Yep.
Wasn't good, wasn't great. He just got enough out of those players. He
Yep.
just. So
You
when
have
someone
to
asks
take
me,
the best out of what you got.
who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? That question is not for us to answer, bro. It's you hire and fire till you find the right guy. Because factually, between 05 and 2025, that's a 20-year span. The 3 clubs that have won the most trophies, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid, have hired and fired the most
The
coaches.
most coaches. Yeah, no, that's fact, but that is
Yeah.
not Arsenal. Arsenal don't like to fire and hire. That's not
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, but Arsenal, we're not winning. So when we say it's Arsenal, then our model doesn't work.
But what I'm saying, that's why I'm hoping that the people that was there, the people that was there before doing that shit, they are
Yeah.
gone now. So now we have different people. So as I'm saying to you is, if Arteta don't produce this season and he is backed fully, then he got to go.
Yeah.
100%.
Any manager that, and the thing is, if Company didn't win after that first year, he would have been gone.
He would have been gone. I
outdone
knew that.
himself.
I knew that
Yeah,
100%.
because right now, right? Say one of the biggest managers, say Inter job become open again, right? Because Inter got to the Champions League final, and because they got embarrassed by PSG, they had to sack what's his name? Was it Inzaghi? Whoever the fuck was coaching
Yeah,
Inter
Yeah,
last
that
year?
was it was Inzaghi.
Yeah. So, if Arteta got to the final, it would have been celebrated as an achievement. But because Inzaghi got historically beaten 5-0, Inter had to react like a big club. Now, let's say Inter, for example, because they're a big club and they
But
moved
you
their
say Arsenal have to do, Arsenal will do what? They're
we would
cheer
have
for the
celebrated getting
5-0.
to the final, bro. We would have. We
We'll
would have.
celebrate the 5-0.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we would have celebrated him getting there. I can tell you that the top gooners would have been doing this. But because Inter moved like a big club, we're like, no, you got us there, but you got us embarrassed. We have to fire you. Now, say that job becomes open right now, and the 2 interviewers, the 2 candidates for the job is Vincent Kompany and Mikel Arteta. And they sit down with Kompany and say, hey, what qualifies you for this job? Kompany pulling out of Bundesliga and dropping it on the table. Arteta got a type of essay. Finished second 3 times in a row.
Yeah, you have to do a
Yeah, but
PowerPoint.
like
Won an FA Cup.
but the
Yeah.
Vincent Company got the buying job because of the trophies that he won with Burnley.
He
Pep.
didn't win
He
a trophy
did it
with
and
Burnley.
like I'm
Pep.
just saying, like they don't
won
necessarily doesn't
championship,
necessarily
that's
have to
it.
do with you winning the trophy, because obviously it didn't when he got the Bayern Munich job. It's
That's
correct.
probably about the way that you run your
No,
club,
what I'm
right?
saying is Bayern Munich pulled the plug on Tuchel because he didn't win and gave someone else an opportunity. Arteta sitting in this job for 3 second place finishes may have denied the opportunity for the man that would probably could come in and do a better job.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
we didn't have the people in the club to fire the trigger. Right now, we're looking like we have people in the club that will fire the trigger. So
Who
that is
fault
why
is that?
I'm hoping to see. We have a new.
Who fault was that the trigger was not being pulled properly?
That's the board.
Arteta was there for 4 years, bro.
No, that's the board. We can't fire him. That's the board. The owner of the club is not going to fire him. The owner of the club hire executive to run his club. They're supposed to fire him. But if they remember what I told you guys years ago, I said to you, I believe this is what I believe. The people that was there, they were just satisfied making a profit for the club. If Arsenal had win any type of trophies, the fans would have demanded more from the club. And they didn't want to spend more money. They didn't want to spend that type of money we spend in this window right there to go buy players so that we can win. They didn't want to do that. The new people we have there now are doing that because they want to win. They are football people that want to win. They came from winning background. But the people that was there before, they were business and bankers and those type of people that was just counting the pennies. Hey, Mr. Walmart, look, we made X amount of money for you. And Mr. Walmart don't care about nothing but the bottom line. Good job, fellas. Make more.
yeah,
You
I
understand?
kind of wish they would empower Bertha with the just like the Cronkies do in the NFL and the NBA. The GM hires and fires the coach. They
There
have
you
the
go.
power to do that.
There you go.
So if the Cronkies use that big business model and say to Andrea Bertha, at the end of the season, if you feel like we need to go into a different direction, you have our blessing to do so. I believe if they do that, Arteta's gone.
He's gone. I bet you.
Yeah.
I will bet you my right and left balls.
Listen, the
He's gone.
Crunkers came in, used our money for the Rams. They won a trophy, and they're saying that we got to a level where now it's time for our football to strive.
But
Mm.
right now
And
is right now.
Ateta, not Turn had you had a live one time, or episode one time where you talk about that emergency meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and that emergency meeting said a lot, and it said a lot more expectation than it
Yep.
had before in the past 3 to 4 years. So this is the time. If he doesn't win anything, he is out.
He has to.
No, no, no.
And but
They
I'm
have
not
to. They
saying
have to. They have to have that discussion, right? They have to have that discussion, right? What do we go from here? Like bringing in Berta is the reason why now they can have a legitimate conversation now, right?
yeah,
Edu can't have that conversation. He can't. He can't say anything.
nah.
He's just a naive and not
Immature.
mature in his game yet
Yeah.
as Arteta. But Berta coming in, you
It's a
listen
different
to him,
ball.
right? You know, you listen to Berta when he's speaking. Why are you laughing at my man? Let that man enjoy himself.
No, I was that Darren is a waiver to fight up another split. It's a where does he go?
No man, yo, no. Arsenal man, yo, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't get a chance to come on here because I'll be so busy, and then I talk to the TV because listen, I follow Arsenal hardcore, and I
Man
try to
said, "Where
follow.
does he get all this weed?"
I follow the background. I follow the background of Arsenal. Just like what you said, I love the club. I love this club more
Yeah,
than the players. And I believe they were running that club down to the ground. And finally we get these parasites, we getting them out of there. So as we continue with Berta, continue. I will continue.
No,
Yeah.
no. Just like I said, Berta is definitely got. I believe he's got the ownership and the board listening to him. Like he comes with, he talked about coming with a CV, coming
Mhm.
with some credit in the bank. Bert is that person, right? Like if you bring a player in who had won lots of trophies, you might listen to him, right? We didn't
Correct.
have any of those players coming in, but we got at least somebody higher up that can they will listen to him. So I think that's why it's a little bit of pressure on Arteta this season because when they have that discussion going, he's going to be looking at that team going, I can't do any more than what I just did. I brought in 8 players, 8 solid players to make sure we don't have issues with depth. Our
Mm,
defense is strong, and now we can actually start to talk about getting a better attack.
yeah,
Right? I had better attack because of the players I brought in. I definitely need to see something, and maybe this is as far as Arteta is going to do with what he's got. It's a
Well,
tough job to do. It's a tough job to do that he got. But at some point, Bert is going to go. In the summer, I'm going to want to bring in either better players or these players are going to get better, and I don't know if he can do the job with them. All right,
yeah,
that's a discussion that's going to happen. And
yeah,
if Berta doesn't know, then who else? Who else in the world is going to know?
yeah.
exactly.
Right?
I hear
Exactly.
it. I hear it.
Exactly.
But I want to ask you all though before we wrap up still, because Darren hungry. Hey, there's other what's up some KFC, man, bro.
You know what? Whatever. I think.
See,
Hey,
you eat them
hey,
things, you eat them things, and you.
women smoking so much.
Yeah,
Everybody else
Everybody's
getting the
getting
contact
hungry.
high.
wait,
But how come I'm not hungry? It don't
That's
that's the
you.
thing, It don't
yeah,
make me. I don't eat. I don't. This don't make. If I don't smoke, I eat a whole bunch of junk. When I
yeah.
smoke, I don't eat. I
So you
don't eat
sneak, you
no.
just
It's
mellow
a
out, yeah.
vibe. It's a vibe.
It's
Yeah,
cool, bro, like, wait,
I go
wait,
drink. I drink
wait.
some tea. I drink
Yeah.
some tea, and I good.
So Darren is in Kingston, so Jamaica KFC hit different. If you know, you know.
I
Um,
know. I know. I
yeah,
know.
yeah. So, gentlemen, but seriously though, with hand on heart, it's nasty November that my bro Waffle Down calls it.
Yep.
How many of you believe that we will December 1st? So when November ends, how many of you all believe that we will still be top of the Premier League table?
If Ateta don't fold, if he don't make no rockish
Mm,
or stupid decision,
mm-hmm,
I think the squad has enough depth for rotation in the proper position,
mm-hmm.
and also the physio in the background. Because I think Arsenal physio squad, there's a problem in there. I don't know if Ateta is being stubborn by playing certain players
Mm,
based on the information that he gets from the physio squad. But if we can manage that and have these players ready to go, fit enough to compete,
mm-hmm.
I think we're still tops. But like I said, I'm not making no crazy decision until comes February. Because once January hit, that's when the fumble starts.
Yeah. Gary, you think we're top of the table come December 1st?
I believe, yeah, we have the team to do it. I've been saying this all year. We got the defense and the depth, so
Mm.
there's no excuses in that regard. And it is, and every day it seems like another player is getting ready to come back into
Yeah.
the squad. So
So,
there's no reason why we should be dropping games, dropping
so let me
points
give you a little bit of
that
context. Let me give you a little bit of context while I ask you that question. Our next three games, right, are Tottenham, Chelsea, Brentford, Villa. Our next four, right? That's like our next four. City, next four games. Newcastle, Leeds,
But
Fulham,
you know
Sunday.
what? You know this. You know this from every other season that we played. The City match don't matter what City does. Doesn't matter. And right now it doesn't matter what City does. It matters what we do. Only way City gets back into this thing is if we leave the door open.
We
Yeah.
left it open last game. We actually like
You know what?
Oh,
You know
oh,
what?
oh, wait, 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 wait,
We
wait,
won
wait.
11 games, 11 wins in a row, and we had. I think that was a blip. Yep, I think it was a blip.
Sunderland.
But it's all up for me. It's about what we do on Sunday. We
Do
got
you
to
believe?
respond to that, right?
Mhm.
Like was everybody expecting us to go through and just win every
No,
match?
no,
No,
no, no,
right? So if
no.
that's the case, we're gonna drop some points throughout this season.
We can't drop every
Everybody
month to
is,
win.
right? So that just happened to be ours right before the international break, which is yeah. Purple patch. You think what we're doing right now is a purple patch?
So, so
Do you guys think what we're doing right now is a purple patch?
no, no, no.
No.
I mean,
Well, we
the game.
actually playing some good football. We have a style that is ugly, but is working.
So
I,
the so, so the
I
game,
think
the game
go on.
against Sutherland, the game against Sutherland, that to me, that game is a coaching error.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with the players. It was a coaching error,
Fair.
and that is what I'm scared about. You understand? Ateta naivety and his cowardness. I tell you this, my wife get mad at me because when I yell out and I say he coward. She say you
Mm.
can't do that. I call him a coward. I'm telling you that. This is my. I mean, every coach has to have their own philosophy, right? So I don't know what is his, but if I'm challenging for the title, I'm putting my players out there to go win, not
Mhm.
to draw, not to lose, but to win. We going out there to win everything. If we come out and we lose, but we put everything down on the table to win, and we come short, I can live with it.
Don't put a lose before a draw. Come on now.
No, no. What I'm saying to you, I can deal with a lose or a draw once my team come and put everything out on the field. But I don't want him to say, well, let's just play sly and then we still lose. And
I
that's what I
agree
scared of.
with Wavo. I
And
actually
that's
agree with Wavo, right? Because here's why I agree with Wavo. If we had gone to Anfield, because we lost 1-0, I'm not changing the result. I'm not changing the result. We lost the game, no points. But
Yeah.
if we had gone to Anfield and lost the game 3-2 and Gyökeres banged the brace, I would have been okay. Because at
I
least
would
we
have been
tried to win.
okay. I would have been
Yeah.
okay.
And not only that, you would have had a confident Gyökeres,
There you
right?
go.
But because we went out there with Gyökeres and then three CMs behind him, says to the messaging that was sending, it was that he don't think we could go to Anfield and win.
That is
And
it.
and that right there is not title winning mentality to me. Because I said
No.
I said right after that loss, do we think Ruben Amorim is gonna go to Anfield and play scared? And most of the chat said no. And guess what? Amorim went there and fucking won the game.
Knock them out.
You know, so
Won the
This
game
is
is an
this this this,
at
understatement.
this
the,
is
at the
this
end of the
is
season, I do believe if we end this season trophyless, it won't be because these players aren't good enough. It will because
of the
of
coach.
the Arteta tax. Yeah.
No, and that is what that is the question to answer the question about where we will be in January. I
Mm.
cannot tell you because he's he's still making mistakes. We didn't have a substitution. One substitution we had. against Sutherland.
Mhm.
One substitution. Our players was extended that long, and then they went to play World Cup qualification games. Of
Mm.
course they're gonna come back injured. Of course they're gonna be overplayed. They shouldn't have been playing that long.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have. So that tells you he's going to make fumbles. And I'm worried about where the fumbles going to be. And everybody talks about January and this era where we fumble is always because we don't have the players.
Mm.
Because Arsenal always a team with the slimmest amount of players.
Yeah.
Finally, we have a lot of players. So there's no excuse for that. So everything is on him.
Okay.
On him is the decisions he going to make that's going to cost us where we're going to be at the end of, in January, and that's what I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I hear it.
I'm gonna lean on the squad and the defense because
Mhm.
I know I can guarantee that, and
Yeah.
that's why I believe we can get the job done in the next 3 games, right?
Yeah.
And you guys said it already. These players are good enough that they can overcome whatever frailty we have in our manager because
Mhm.
the quality is good there,
Yep.
right? Whatever he asks them to do, they probably look at it like what, all right, but they still can get the job done, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I believe. That's why I think Bert has at least got out there and got players. The players that he has brought in or
Mhm.
that were going to come in can answer the
Mhm.
call. So if we don't trust the players, then it don't matter because you don't trust the manager. Most people don't trust the manager, but I think we got the players to get the job done.
Yeah, we do have the players. I
So
agree.
Yeah, funny
I'm
enough, right? Funny enough, I was gonna ask this question before we get out of here, but AJ beat me to it. My mod, my mod. He says, "Do we throw Palace in the bin? Do we beat Palace?"
Why not?
we're not taking any games off.
Why not? Why not?
Defense and depth. I'm going to lean on that for the rest of the season.
So listen.
Defense and depth. That's
If
what we got.
everybody, so a lot of my group chats, right? They'd be like,
Mm.
Wavel, why you not saying you're winning the league this season? Why you not saying you're winning the league this season? I say, all I'm saying is this. All I want the coach to do is just win matches. That's it. Just win matches. That's all he has to do is come and win the game. Don't worry about if you're first place, second place, or third place. Just come to win the match. That's all. That's it. That's all he has to do. We have the players to do it. So he just have to come in the mindset to just come to win the matches. That's it.
Mm.
That's it. I'm not talking about winning
So
anything.
so I don't know which chat you talking about with it, but in the
Oh,
Reno
you're
chat,
no,
stop
not in
making
the
so much noise before the match end. When other teams playing, stop making so much noise about them losing.
Hey,
No,
come
no, because when we playing,
on.
trust me, when we playing,
Nah,
they be
nah.
harassing me, dread. When they score against Arsenal, they be on me.
I
Trust
You
know.
know
me.
why? You know why they be on you?
Why?
Talk so much.
Because you never shut the hell up in the group chat, bro. You have to
No,
let the man them live, bro.
yo, you guys don't understand, because they, because these guys wasn't for brag, but they were very silent Arsenal fans.
Wait,
Who?
When we were in the mud,
Who?
those guys rich when Man U and all and Chelsea and them was winning, they used to say Arsenal is a little boy team. Oh, the amount of I'm traumatized.
I hear
I'm
you.
abused.
I
I'm
hear you. But,
abused.
but here's the
I
thing,
am
though.
abused. So now I'm
When we,
abusing them.
once we start winning, I'm gonna be unbearable.
But we
I
winning.
promise you. I
But
Thank
we
you.
promise
winning.
you.
We
I
Right.
winning.
have
We're not
nothing
winning
to
We're
I
not
have
winning.
titles.
nothing to
We're not
stand
winning.
on.
We're not winning. We're winning meaningless games. I'm talking about
I have
when we
nothing
get
to stand on.
silverware. When we get silverware, bro, I am going to be unbearable in all the group chats. You might see me get banned, but until then, I gotta keep it calm because I'm on a public platform every day. I
No,
don't
I
block
got you.
anyone.
No, I
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
Yeah.
no. No, no, I got you.
But
And the
I
thing with
agree with
this,
Sheldon. I want my FA Cup back, man.
and the thing with it is too, you have to understand. It's not just winning titles. There was a
Mhm.
certain time at Arsenal, we used to go to games and don't even know if we're going to win.
Yeah, I used to watch it from behind the couch, bro. It was like target practice.
Brother,
I remember we used to
brother.
go to. I remember we went to Watford one weekend and conceded like 22 shots against like Delafeu and fucking
Yes,
and them, man. It used to be long, but yeah,
bro.
but
Bro, you
Darren
forget
Bent.
you forgot the fan that ran on the field
yeah.
and confronting Arsene Wenger.
Mhm.
This was the
Absolutely.
days we used to hide and watch football.
Yeah. But we have to start winning before you see me so chest. But before we get out of here, gentlemen, I have to get your predictions for the North London Derby. Yaga P, what you telling me?
I would say 3-1, 3-0 Arsenal. I trust my defense.
3-0 Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah.
Gary?
2-0 for me. They
Yeah.
get nobody scores on us. Like we get back to that. Get back to that on our defensive side. I know everybody's like Margulies is out,
No,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Eze and Saka scoring in the international break,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna come with something, right? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave with something, yeah.
Leaving with
You know,
something.
they're gonna leave
Yeah.
with something. So I think we're gonna be like this. Like I said, this we are set up to win this game, no matter who plays. That's why we set up this way. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nah,
Yeah.
Tottenham is
yeah,
shit.
Weevil.
yeah.
Oh, come on, man. I go in with my trusty 2-0 against Shitham. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. We have no. This Tottenham.
Listen,
Tottenham don't
wait,
have the players capable. We could play with our 23-year-old team. They will beat these guys.
Gary, and Weevil, with your permission. Yeah, Gary, on Sunday, when we go 1-0 down the top, I'm gonna forward you a voice note from this guy right here.
Hey, make sure you send a voice note
Yeah,
too.
make sure you don't open it around kids
We
or
are not.
family
Listen
members
to
or
me. We
women.
are not going 1-0 now. Listen to me. Right now, Arsenal is at the point where they're going to build a new record again because now Magalhaes is gone. There's a new defender coming in. He's going to have to make his own. He's going to have to put his stake down too and show that he can play just as good as Magalhaes. I trust the players. I trust the players. I do. I trust them.
Yeah,
Right? I just don't trust the
yeah,
decisions of the coach
yeah.
I get
staff.
you. I
Listen to
get
me, the
you.
coaching staff, because that was my biggest rant. My biggest rant for the last game we played because we have one coach. One coach. I'm
Mm,
tired of these other coaches coming on the sideline and talking to Arteta and coming in there and directing the players. That's
mhm.
madness. It shows
Okay.
that we don't. It shows that we are not prepared.
He's
One
listening
coach.
though. He's listening.
He can go sit down and then they talk to him. When he's standing, there should be no coaches coming to him and talk to him. To me, that's showing that he's not control. He has no control of the team because the decision he made to
Those are
take
his
out Eze,
advisors.
to
Those are
take
his
out Eze,
advisors, bro. He
to
has to
take out
trust his advisors.
to take out Eze and bring in a defender. That was because of Gabriel Heinze. That's
Mm,
because of Gabriel Heinze. Because I don't believe he would have made a change. And then if he had made a change, I would have brought in the young kid. Because the young kid is going to keep the ball and draw fouls and stop the
mm,
game. Keep the ball, draw fouls, and stop the game. And that's what you want when you're leading 2-1 in a Premier League game like this.
I hear it.
So I'm like, this is the reason why I want these guys and them to be gone, bro.
Mm,
We celebrating a set piece coach and this is madness. Yeah, they gotta go.
I hear it.
So
Go on, that you go on, Yaga P.
us Spurs have not beaten Arsenal since 2020
Yeah.
in Premier League.
Yeah, it's been that long,
So
yeah.
with the drive Arteta is on right now, I don't see it happening. Regardless if it's Thomas Frank or who, you know,
Mm,
preseason don't really matter.
yeah.
And I know Tottenham is holding on to the preseason, but they have it coming for them. I seen a video or a little clip earlier
Mm-hmm.
that says Kudos said he's ready for his first London derby. You know, it's still
so
Tottenham. Tottenham
so
is shit.
I'm gonna throw a rock. I'm gonna throw a rock before we leave.
Tottenham is shit. What do you
I'm
think
gonna
about Tottenham? It's shit.
I'm gonna throw a rock before we leave.
Mm,
If we lose the game, is that a sackable offense?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially to this Tottenham team that got 11 injuries.
Yeah.
There's no Madison. There's no Kulusevski. Not that I rate these players, but bro, yeah, we can't lose to this block. We can't.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't.
Will the club fire him?
Tottenham got three. They're not going to fire him, but as a fan,
Yeah,
a supporter of Arsenal,
yeah,
3 losses for Tottenham, 3 draws. Yeah, the
yeah.
hell, that's an
With
embarrassment.
if he lose to Tottenham at home, he is going to lose a lot of support from people who
I
are
can't
even.
think like that at all. Like unless what you've been watching all season has been like a mirage and not what
Mm,
you haven't been watching.
mm.
No, no.
Well,
That's how I can only go by what I see, and I think I've seen a good football team.
No, you're 100% right. But we always have one game in the season where
No,
we.
no, that I just said the blip was last time, right before the
I hope.
international break.
I hope.
That's what it's got to be. No, this is what we talk about. Like we're leaving with the 3 points,
mm,
right? It
Yeah.
might look ugly, but we're leaving with the 3 points,
Oh yeah.
right?
I don't worry about the ugliness of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
So this is
win.
where at the least, if we like, I don't expect us to give up a goal, but if we have to win 4-3, I
mm.
don't care, right?
Yeah, it's a
I don't
win.
see that happening, but I just think you know what, we got it. We got what we need. They keep saying Arteta gives us what you need or whatever. The team's got what we need to get across the line and get the
That's
three
it.
points. We
That
got
is it.
it.
Yeah.
Even with the injuries we have enough
Yeah.
to go there and win comfortably.
Spot of the
I
team
hear it.
being stacked. Our team is stacked. Our bench is stacked.
What if we draw?
That's disappointing.
It's
Yeah.
a loss.
No. We get 3 points.
It's a loss.
We got 3 points.
Anything but 3 points is a loss.
You got to stop what just happened. We can't be dropping points.
Yep, we can't be
They get
dropping points to
three
win the
points.
league. You cannot do that.
If
You
you start a draw, that's a trend.
you
And
cannot lose.
we're not taking 3 Premier League draw in a row.
Yeah.
Because if we
So
draw that game, the next one we might draw.
so
Remember,
Ateta,
Aston Villa is a problem.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Ateta pinned himself in a corner because and this is what I said after the game of Liverpool, because he came out as a coward at Liverpool, he pinned himself in a corner because to win the Premier League, you have to beat the top 4 teams. You have to beat them. We already dropped points against Liverpool, so we cannot lose against no other top
I
4
will
team.
say I don't agree with that.
You don't agree?
No, because I gave you an example. We had like a 10-game stretch right before we played City a couple
Mm-hmm.
years ago. 3 games before we played City, we drew all 3 of them. When we won, think about it. The same thing happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
we
Yes.
don't have to. We didn't have to beat City that season to win the league. We just had to beat the Southamptons, the Burnleys. All that's who we had to beat. The
Those are the
Brentfords,
teams you got to
right?
worry about.
And
No.
I'm not too worried about big
right
teams.
now when we got Gyökeres, he's in there for those types of games. Like we shouldn't be struggling in those types of games because
So
he will benefit from it.
so
The
so
big
you
games, the defense that we got can hold up against the big squads out there, right?
so, so
And
you
keep them at bay a little bit, right?
so
So
so where I get that philosophy from, and it worked, right? Is from Alex Ferguson, and it worked. Those were the games that he was focused on to win, those big games, because he knew that you see the Burnleys and those types of games, those guys are going to come and fight for their life. So anything is possible for them. But he know those big games. If he won those games and he got 6 points out of those games, even if we lost 1 or 2 with the lower league games or we win or drew, it wouldn't hurt us that bad because we took the we killed the guys at the top of the board. That was his philosophy. So that's the reason why I say I hear what you're saying. We can beat those teams those smaller teams and win the league. But for the past 3 years, 4 years, those teams are the ones that have been killing us.
Yeah.
Those low teams.
Yeah. I mean, 7 points dropped in 11 games is never good enough. And I put
It's
all
definitely not.
7 of those down to manager error. I think we had enough to win all those. I think we could have beat us Liverpool if we attacked them. Starting at home with Eze on the bench versus Man City was a mistake, and making
We
taking up
drew
Eze
with
and bringing
Burnley.
up. Yeah, I think we've made some terrible
Yeah,
decisions
we
moving
drew with
forward.
Burnley.
Yeah. So that is the reason why I'm scared in the terms of um
Too high. Did you fall asleep, boy?
no no
Wait,
no no
you
no
fall
no
asleep?
no 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 I just
Probably
get a
Friday.
no 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 I just got an email from my job.
Oh,
So I was
shit.
like,
All
what the
right,
hell?
okay.
No, 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 no. I just me. As I said to you guys, we'll see. We will see. But I don't know what we're gonna be at in January. I really don't know. I really don't know. All I'm saying is we just have to win matches. That's all. Just go and win matches.
Yeah, I hear it, man. So you know, the international break is done. I'm happy. Yeah, you know what? First of all, big up to you, man, for coming on the panel. I know it's almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast. It's still early for me. I got time to go do fuckery. Yeah, I got time.
Where
You
you
know,
at?
I'm in Seattle, bro.
Oh, you on yet?
I'm staying in the
Yeah,
crib
so it's
tonight.
not
I'm
even
still
8 o'clock
good.
yet, bro. It's about to be 8 p.m. So I got time.
Oh,
You
you
know,
got time for days.
but it's 4 a.m. in the UK, and man, like the Waffle Don is tuned in, man. Like AJ is tuned in from the UK. It's probably at the gym and all that. But
Shit.
Gary, do you have anything coming up for the weekend?
Yeah, well, my show will be on tomorrow. We just
What-
we just
What
kind of
time?
a match day
What
show
time?
where we talk nonsense. Be 3 p.m. UK time. So yeah.
Put
And then on
the
Monday it's
Chambers. Send me the link so I can watch it too. We gotta be watching your at work. I can do it. I work from home, so I can watch it. I can't get on there because I just get calls from the field.
Yeah, well,
You know.
just watch the content, bro. And if you want to get on, to send me a message. I'll send you the link. You know.
No, no, no.
Like,
That's the thing. I can't get on during the work time because I just get calls from the field. So we might be on. I might get a call. You know what I'm saying?
Put
it's
your
cool,
put
bro. I
your mic
stream
on
every day,
mute.
bro. I
Huh?
stream every day,
Put
bro.
your mic on
Every
mute when
single
you
day.
get the call.
Yeah, but Chambers Chambers. I have to respect Chambers' thing. You know, when I have to come in and represent properly for the man.
I
I
stream
can't just.
every day, bro. I stream every day. This football family, this football
No, I be
community,
watching. I be watching. I be
it's
watching.
legendary.
I
It's
be talking
legendary.
shit. I be
Yeah,
watching.
well, let me know when you in the chat, man. It's all good, bro. But
Yo,
brother,
I'm thing block me. I block on face for not Facebook on YouTube for a while
yeah,
because of
I'm not on Facebook, man.
because of an Arsenal game.
Okay,
So I
I'm not
link you
on
up.
that. I'm not on that, brother. It's playing in the
Hey,
background.
stop smoking on live. You won't be
And this is
blocked.
what I do. Like,
No, that's have nothing to do with it. That have nothing to do with it. I get I passionate for Arsenal, bro. And when you see,
so the thing is, I make my content not for kids, so you can curse. It's cool. I block out
I'm not gonna
the.
curse rough like that. You know.
Man. But it's all good, man. But ladies and gentlemen, I thoroughly enjoy your support. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm conscious of time. I appreciate you volunteer almost 3 hours of your time to talk some football. But we will be back here at the back end of this to discuss laughing at
Sunday.
Spurs, celebrating at the top of the table, or we will be having a meltdown come Sunday. But
You know
we will
what I
be
mean?
here.
So let me say this.
You know what I mean?
You throwing out a link on Sunday for everybody to jump in?
Yeah, I'll throw in the link, man, and we talk some football every single day, man. But like I always say, people, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
And them should know well, gal them of the face, gal them of the figure, remind me of the Benz, the Lexus and the Beamer. To have this girl would be my pleasure. She's so precious like the gold in all my treasure. Who are they together? Gal them of the face, and them of the figure, remind me of the Benz, the Lexus and the Beamer. To have this girl would be my pleasure. She more precious than the diamond in my treasure. And then me say the gal deem make me body tense. Them look like some Lexus, some Beamer and some Benz. A good body gal me want to feature me ends. Look like some boy need some contact lens. Boy them chase together while I them me I defend. Well a woman is a mouse and no pretend me I pretend. Boy I act like star gal I ask from when. Styling up the gal some way as can tell. Muggle with the shape make the punk head swell. Gal them no stoop low, them never yet sell. The killer say, oh no for pop star Michelle or myself.